90210, Travis Scott versus Simulation Swarm by Big Thief. Another thing that we like to do on this channel is stuff like that. What's up? You're watching Hivemind, the most inspirational show on the internet. My name is Riley. I'm joined by my picturesque co-host, Graydon.
Cha-ching! Watch the video, it'll last longer.
And today we're talking about you. Yes, you, and your favorite music. This is Fans' Favorite Songs Bracket. For this video, we asked our Patreon members one simple question: what is your favorite song of all time? We took the 64 most common responses to that question, put them on a bracket, and we're gonna decide what the best one is. If you wanna be involved in stuff like this in the future, join our Patreon. It's only $5 a month. It is the best way you can support the show. We are so excited to talk about your favorite music today.
Yeah, we flipped it on our head. We did our favorite songs bracket and let you guys decide. Now we get to tell you who's the best.
Wait a minute, before we get into the bracket, I gotta tell you, this video is brought to you by Squarespace.
Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or you're managing a growing brand, Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything from products to content to time, all in one place, all on your terms. Thank you, Squarespace. We'll tell you more about them later in the video. All right, before we get into it, make sure you like the video, subscribe if you want to see more, HivemindTV.com for our merch, including cartoon puns posters, or go to Copes.shop and check out all our new clothes that we dropped over there. It's linked in description. Thank you, Copes.
Love you, man.
And like I said, we have our Patreon link down there as well. That's only $5 a month, and it is a great way to support the channel. Or you can just click the join button here on YouTube and become a member.
Let's go, members.
And if you want to keep up with us, every Friday at noon, we drop a newsletter powered by beehiiv. And sometimes we write about music in there. So subscribe to that. That's linked in the description as well. Shout out to beehiiv.
Shout out Hivemind Times.
It's like a newspaper, but without all the tabloid fodder. It's mostly just like updates about Kronk's life, or like we suggest music to you guys in there. I did like an article about which Stranger Things characters I could beat up in a fight.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, it's like a lot of quality exactly. And probably some misinformation as well.
Submissive information as well, too.
I'm a dom. 64 songs, only one can win. As always, in the first round, we hear a clip of the songs. After that, we just play it out. And as you might expect from such a broad question, there's not a lot of consensus amongst these responses. So I think like the one seeds were submitted like 6 times, something like that. But it's fun to see which ones got submitted more than once. And that's all of these. So let's get into it. First matchup.
Let's go, baby.
Ooh, tough one to start. Self-Control by Frank Ocean versus Fade Into You by Mazzy Star.
Two beauties.
And Grant, was Self-Control the most submitted song?
Yeah, it had 9.
9.
Okay.
All right, so that's what we're working with. From 9 to 2 is everything on this bracket. All right, let's hear them.
I made you use your self-control.
I will say, returning to this song, listening to it within the context of this playlist, I was like, wow, what a song.
Yeah, I mean, he sings his little ass off on it for sure.
And it's just so, like, interesting.
Yeah.
I think going back to Channel Orange and then listening to Blonde, and I know there's a lot of time between those two albums, but it is like, how did he decide to take his entire musical identity in this direction?
Yeah, I have no idea. I remember listening to it when it first came out, like, with you, and being like, what?
Yeah, we were like, it's so slow.
Yeah.
But it's really a great song. It did not go as far as some people wanted in our Frank Ocean bracket. And you will see a lot of songs that either won our brackets or should have won our brackets of individual artist songs in this. And I think Self-Control, like when I kind of return to it, I'm like, yeah, I get why people think this is such a fantastic song.
For sure. Let's listen to the faster song here, Fade Into You, Mazzy Star. Kind of similar in a weird way, energy-wise. Like, I could listen to both these songs in the same mood.
I don't know. Self-Control has a little bit more of like a bounce to it. It's like cutesier or something. Like Fade Into You is like a pool.
Yeah.
Like it's just like...
I guess I'm saying that when I'm sad, both these songs work.
Yeah, but I can be in a good mood and listen to Self-Control.
Oh, I cannot.
Really?
Hell no. That's the when I start crying.
One thing about Fade Into You, I do think that it benefits from legacy. It's been around a lot longer than Self-Control. 2, I think it obviously saw a resurgence within the past couple years.
Yep.
And 3, it's kind of like recently started to come under fire as like an overrated song.
Oh, see, I'm not hip to that.
Yeah, I've seen that pop up here and there, or that like Mazzy Star in general, all their songs kind of sound like Fade Into You.
That is true.
Which is true, and I mean, Hope Sandoval, very talented.
Yeah.
Mazzy Star's great, but I see where people are coming from, especially rediscovering it. Like if you weren't around
Sure.
when it was popular and you go back, you're like, every song you could kind of sing Fade Into You over
Yeah.
top of it, and it would work.
Yeah, but that doesn't discredit the one song that's here.
True.
Yeah, and I go with it. I go with Fade Into You.
I'm gonna go with Self-Control here. I think when it's like a neck and neck race for me, but I think when I factor in Legacy, I'm just like, I just know Fade Into You more. Like it's been around longer. But when I really think about it, Self-Control is such an amazing and multifaceted song.
That's true.
That I think when I return to it, I get like a little bit more warmth when I listen to it. I'm like, oh, like this is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
And Fade Into You, I know what I'm gonna get, and I love that it exists, but I'm gonna go with Self-Control.
Okay. Grant decides the first one.
I'll take Self-Control.
Yeah. That's probably what should win. I just, someone's got to stand up for hope.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've all become a little bit hopeless
Thank you.
with the lack of Mazzy Star on the charts. It's become a hopeless world. Maybe I don't know if there's anybody else named Hope that's on the charts right now, but
Nope.
nope. It's a nope for hope.
Nope for hope.
Hashtag nope for hope. Leslie Nope.
No, don't do that.
Okay. Yeah, never mind.
Nope.
Off the Wall by Michael Jackson versus Survival Tactics by Joey Badass. Featuring Capital Steez.
Yes. Rip Steez. I mean, kind of a crazy selection. Not a crazy one, but for this to be the MJ song.
Yeah, I was surprised by multiple artists. Like,
Yeah.
songs that were represented, I was like, really?
Yeah.
Like, that's the one?
I would have thought, like maybe Human Nature.
Yep,
Or,
yep.
a lot of other ones. Off the Wall is great song, though. It's like the dawn of the Quincy era with Michael.
I had never heard of Michael Jackson before this.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it was interesting to kind of see. I was like, okay, y'all are putting me on.
He used to be
You
a
know?
little kid.
He was a kid.
Yeah, and then as he got
okay.
older, he still loved being
he-
a little kid.
So he started out as a kid, though?
started out as a kid, and then as he got older, still wanted to be kid.
And now he's an old man?
And he's down since passed.
Since passed away. Okay, well, rest in peace. And I will not read anything
Don't.
about the
Just
artist.
enjoy the music.
I'm just going to listen to the music,
Yeah.
and I will say this one is funky, groovy, danceable, singable, and lovely.
Yes.
And it's honestly, I never knew what it meant inside the Van store.
Yeah,
When I'd walk
now
in.
you got it.
And I got it. I'm like, okay, all right. A little, what's his name? Michael Jackson reference.
Yes.
Michael Jackson.
People call him MJ.
MJ.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Am I saying it normal? MJ.
You said it good to me, man.
Okay. I'm listening to a little MJ
Right on.
tonight. Yeah. All right. Thanks for the rec, folks.
The Emperor in search of Theodore where my heart go. Hispanic like door.
One of the first songs that got me into rap.
Hispanic like Dora. He says that.
She's a Latino girl.
No, totally. It's just
Yeah.
a funny line. Yeah. What?
It's not funny.
It's funny.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean, it's true, but
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, this same thing. When I was a freshman in high school or sophomore, something
Yeah.
like that, I was like, whoa, rap
Yeah.
could still sound like this? Like,
Yeah, because I was got into Outkast early on. I listened to 2001, Dr. Dre, The Chronic. And then just was into old school rap and had an affinity for something I thought wasn't around anymore. And when this whole pro era movement happened, especially Capital Steve's verse on this was one of the new verses I learned everything to.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Because I did love Lil Wayne and stuff. But this was just reminiscent of an era I never got to participate in. And it felt like I was back.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know this about me. I'm white, and I was white when I grew up too.
Yeah.
And so,
Unlike Michael Jackson.
right.
Yeah.
I guess I don't get that one, but and this is maybe a little cliche, but I grew up listening to like the first rap that I really, really liked, other than Kanye was coming out, there were a lot of radio rap songs, but I found Tribe Called Quest and was
Yeah.
like, oh, this is I get this. And then
Yeah.
I got into rhyme sayers,
Yeah.
Atmosphere and Brother Ali and stuff like that. And then I kind of didn't immediately kind of embrace Lil Wayne and everything
Yeah.
that was going on there because I was listening to a lot of rock music and emo music and whatever, and it just felt like it wasn't maybe what I gravitated towards.
Sure.
And so when this stuff started to become really popular, like Pro Era and then eventually Odd Future around the same time, it kind of revitalized my interest in rap music. And I do have a huge soft spot for this era of Joey Badass. I don't know if I can really put it up above Off the Wall by Michael Jackson, even though it's not my favorite Michael Jackson song.
I think I can.
You think you like Survival Tactics more?
I think so. I mean, I love this album specifically by MJ. But yeah, like if we're talking about like fun listening to a song, like what do I just want to play right now? Like if I had to listen to the entirety of one of these right now, I'm choosing Survival Tactics.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know if I was allowed to do that.
No, you're not.
I'm not?
Because like you're the R&B, the funk, the soul guy.
Right, yeah.
So it's like you kind of have to, and I'm like more the rapper aficionado, and so I can do that. I have no qualms with myself for doing that.
I am kind of embracing this new personality of mine, which is a rule breaker, and so I'm going to go with Survival Tactics, even though you said I wasn't allowed to.
Oh, the Crispo Dappy.
Yeah, that was really good. Survival Tactics by Joey Badass, officially better than Off the Wall by Michael Jackson.
Correcto mundo, hermano.
All right, now we got Ode to the Mets by The Strokes versus Ghost Town by Kanye West.
I love the Mets, man.
I'm gonna find out the truth when I get back.
I don't even mess with the Strokes, but I found myself really enjoying this one. Really, really good song.
I love The Strokes, and this song feels so. I'm glad this was the one that got picked. There's a few from this album that I've grown to really love this album. I know I probably said on the channel at some point, like, oh, I listened to it once, I don't care. I now listen to it all the time. I think it's a great album, and this song feels like it's been around forever.
Yeah.
Like, that melody is like, how had this not happened yet? And I like Julian Casablancas in this space.
Me too.
Which I feel like he's explored more melodically with the Voids or with his features on the Daft Punk stuff and collaborating with other people. Hearing that voice, but with the palette of a Strokes song is like, it is really a timeless, awesome song. And it being called Ode to the Mets, they're such a New York thing. I was just kind of like, yeah, it's great.
Nothing hurts anymore. I feel kind of free.
It's not this song though.
No, it's just not even close. God, is that, I mean,
Oh yeah.
this is one, like, I can go 6 months without listening to it, and on any given day of any week, it's like I wake up with it in my head.
Yep.
Talk about a melody that, like, how'd Kanye stumble into this?
How did Kanye, Kid Cudi, and 070 Shake all stumble into their respective melodies and spaces on this song? Like, this is one of those things where, like, you look at Kanye as a producer, and regardless of all the, the off the field stuff, it's like unbelievable because this is like a Frankenstein's monster of a song. It shouldn't work. The sample, and how the journey it takes, the album it sits on, where it sits on that album, all of these things should not work. And it is an unbelievable. This is like classic rock song.
Yes, exactly. It's like Freebird.
I literally was just saying how timeless Ode to the Mets is. This is a song that's like the first time I heard it, I was like, oh, generational.
Yeah,
there's
here I
no
go.
way people aren't going to be singing this in 50 years. It's a 0% chance.
It's amazing. And it wins easily here.
Yeah, a fantastic song. Shout out that Strokes song. Great pick by you
course.
guys. But like, Ghost Town is
Come on.
unbelievable. Next matchup, we got Famous Prophets Stars by Car Seat Headrest versus Legendary Member by Thai Boy Digital. I'm not going to discount everybody's obsession with this Car Seat Headrest album. I will just say it does not resonate with me the exact same way that it does for you guys. When we did the favorite albums bracket, this album was represented on there, and I said I enjoyed spending time with it. I think it's good. I think it is very special to people who are either trans, non-binary, gay, or furries. I don't mean it in like a joking way. I'm saying I understand for people who have found some identity through Will Toledo finding his identity on this record. That's super powerful, and I get that. But these songs individually don't impact me the same way it probably does for you guys.
Yeah, emotionally, no. I will say musically, kind of diving deeper in through listening to this, I do love the arrangements, and I do like his voice a lot. And I think like just production wise is like new rock kind of era. It's really good. You can do a lot and make it still seem subtle. Like even at its like highest moments, it's like very gentle on your ears. And I appreciate that, but it's not going to sweep me off my little feet.
Yeah, it's not going to like shake my world up necessarily, but I do think it's very good indie rock.
Yeah.
And I understand the appeal 100%. I just don't know if maybe I've even dove deep enough to know the whole story of why exactly it means as much as it does to you maybe watching this versus us, you know? That's just me saying like I don't know enough
Yeah.
You're better than me.
I mean, you just learned who Michael Jackson was, so I can't really.
Well, yeah, you guys are putting me onto so much
Yeah.
crap during all this, so much crap you're putting me onto.
Football played like I'm Harry Kane. Good greens gone off the Mary Jane.
Now this, you didn't have to tell me nothing about. I love this song. It's a fantastic song, and a good representative of Drain Gang on this bracket. There are other ones that I was
Yeah.
kind of confused by, but I was like, oh yeah, if this is your favorite song of all time, that's awesome. Well, all right, yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot of songs I would pick over it. I will say that, but
I'm not gonna lie. If someone I actually met in real life told me this was their favorite song of all time, I'd be like, "Cheers, talk to you." Never.
yeah, it's a little
And
bit
that's
of,
fine.
It's a little bit of a crazy take. Maybe now's a good time to also say the only songs that we disqualified from this were songs that were already on our favorite songs of all time
Yeah.
bracket, the ones that we picked and you guys decided what won, because there's an obvious bias. Yeah, like those would clearly go far in the brackets,
Yes.
and we wanted to talk about 64 new songs.
Yeah.
So that is why those are not represented. If you're like, what the heck, I put, this song that was on there, like
Yeah.
Siberian Breaks by MGMT or whatever, then that's not here because of that. But those were submitted multiple times.
I go pretty hard CSH here.
And that's Car Seat Headrest.
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
I am going to go with Legendary Member. I love that it's here, and I would rather listen to it.
Okay.
Grant?
I'll take car seat headrest.
Yeah.
All right.
That's fine. That one doesn't, doesn't break my little heart yet. No, this one might.
All right, now we got Born Yesterday by Quadeca versus Don't Cry by Jay Dilla.
This sucks for both of them.
Yep. Who means more to Detroit? Comment downstairs. Pop it in the
Don't-
chat.
don't
Who
ask them.
who means more to Detroit? Quadeca, otherwise known as Quanka or Quinky, or Jay Dilla,
Don't do
the
this.
late Jay Dilla.
Now we're going to be the guys who put a video out there that the whole comment section is Quadeca greater than Dilla. That's not good for us.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's two white guys who live in Detroit. It's not.
And like,
Yeah.
our pal, great musician.
Our pal from out on the West Coast, white rapper Quadeca.
Maybe my favorite of his, I'll say that. Production and orchestration here and the way it all comes together with his falsetto in it. It's climax on this album too for me. It's just, yeah, it's perfect.
There's nothing I can really say about the song that I haven't said a bunch of times on this channel or in our reaction. We reacted to the album when it came out. Definitely my favorite Quadeca song that I've heard so far. And also it's just like, what I'm so impressed with is maybe like my take about that entire album is how just detail-oriented this is. And lyrically, when you really dive in there, there's like no misplaced word. There's no wasted word or wasted time. It's like every single thing ties back into this like super just dark perspective that is like somebody who has taken their own life and is on the other side and is, knocking on that door, that invisible door, seeing his mom move on with her life, and then, interpolating that Beatles lyric to be like, you want her, you need her, and yet you don't believe her. Like, basically saying like the idea of being a ghost and seeing your mom move on and not believing that she doesn't need you, and then like fighting to try to get to the other side. And, that's just my interpretation of it. Maybe it's not as, I didn't get every detail right or whatever, but like the emotional lengths that this song goes to are truly like worth celebrating, not on just a like, oh, all of the time that music has been created, I am like, this is a feat to make an album that works this well together, tells this story this well, and is so detail-oriented, and this is the best example of it. And so beyond him being my friend, beyond it being like new music that I actually enjoy, or music that harkens back to the past, like I said with the Beatles interpolation, I think it's like really worth celebrating just like how just ambitious it is. It didn't need to be that because it is great to listen to, but there is no stone left unturned. It's like, let's make this song as perfect as we can make it, you know? And so I really applaud it, and I try to just give it all of the flowers that I can before it loses that in modern context, because it can when he's so funny on the internet or whatever that is, or like, used to be a YouTube rapper.
Yeah.
All of those narratives aside, song, just pound for pound, what a song.
All that being said, he didn't have that Dilla swing, baby. Oh, swing for the fences.
Okay, allow me to do almost like a sports TV type of argument here.
Yeah, sure.
All right, if we're taking Jay Dilla, his entire legacy, what he built, this is a style of beat making that did not exist until Jay Dilla did it.
Yeah.
He's a pioneer, all of those things. Is this song on its own better than Born Yet? Like, to me, it's like it exemplifies what Jay Dilla was able to do and how pioneering he was, but at the same time, song for song, if you got rid of this one and you had every other Jay Dilla song,
right,
versus if you took away Born Yesterday from that, from Quadeca's career or that album.
But the beautiful thing is I can pick Dilla here and listen to Born Yesterday, whatever,
Yeah, it's true. We're not getting rid of. We're not deleting any songs.
Deleting anything.
We're not deleting any songs. We would never do that to Jay Dilla, by the way.
No, we would never delete his music forever.
No,
be messed up.
Yeah, he's a legend, and I love this song. But at the same time, I can find this thing in many different Dilla songs, and in Dilla's entire career was like, no one's ever done this. Yeah, And so I'm gonna pick Born Yesterday. I hate to do it, but I'm gonna do it.
It's all right, man. Grant, where do you go?
Taking Born Yesterday.
Yeah.
All right.
I figured that would happen. Rest in peace, Jay Dilla.
Rest in peace, Jay Dilla, and rest in peace, Quadeca from that album.
Yes.
Whoever Quadeca, the narrator of that album, rest in peace to them as well.
Yep.
Now we got Untitled, How Does It Feel by D'Angelo versus Skinny Love by Bon Iver. What a matchup.
Yeah.
Something you can only get on Hivemind.
Putting a featherweight in the ring with Tyson Fury in his prime. Here you go, Manny Pacquiao. Go beat him up.
I mean,
yeah, it should have been in mine. I chose Brown Sugar, I believe, by D'Angelo, just because to kind of show that album a little more than love. But
nope, you picked what's the Eyes one?
Oh, Dreamin' Eyes, yeah. Me and Those Dreamin' Eyes.
Me and Those Dreamin' Eyes. That's the one you picked.
Anything off of Brown Sugar would have worked, but that one is great. This is off his magnum opus. This is probably the emotional climax of the album. It's his harmonies at full expression here, full tilt, if you will. And oddly enough, has some Dilla-isms in there in that little beat that he creates. It's gospel, R&B, sex, blowtorch, voodoo rock, really. On full display here. So.
That's enough about the song. We're going to talk about the music video at length now.
Okay, let me show you a little something.
Yeah. So it's kind of like
rock hard abs.
Yep, and it's kind of like it's a real slow pan down, and then you get the what people like to call the V. He's got a nice one of those. It's this area right here, and it goes all.
It points right to the Johnson.
All the way down, and it is right there. It is like you kind of get to see the base of the shaft, and his body is unbelievable.
Especially for someone who was on crack.
Totally. Yeah. And as a straight man, I'm saying, like, what an unbelievable body.
Unbelievable body.
You just got to tip your cap to stuff like that. If you're not going to get hard and come to it, then
it's worth a tip
then
of
it's
the
worth
cap.
a tip of the cap for my straight folks out there. Anybody who is not attracted to men, tip your cap, please.
We all still like the statue of David, don't we? You don't got to be gay to like that, because it's a beautiful statue.
Beautiful statue.
It's a beautiful physique.
It's a tiny little penis. I assume that D'Angelo has a larger penis.
I'm not.
But I'm not. I mean, I guess I don't know, because they don't show it all the way. But he is getting head in the video. They don't show it, but they show it.
Yeah.
And
Now
so
let's listen to one of the first songs I learned on guitar. Skinny Love.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I'm told you to be patient, and I'm told you to be fine.
Unbelievable song. Great emotion here. Justin Vernon's vocal stylings are incredible.
Yeah, there are a lot of indie rock acts from this era who made one song that everybody loved and then went on to not do much. It's kind of like they made one great song or one great album.
Yeah.
Bon Iver is not one of those.
No, not
I
even
think
close.
like this is not even in my top 15, 20 Bon Iver songs.
No, it meant a lot to me at one point in time. It was very potent, and it was like a symbol of that era, and stood up to, if not towered over all those other songs that we kind of alluded to, but
And also, I mean, much like Dilla, which I am happy to make that comparison, it was very pioneering. You hadn't heard a song that sounded quite like this. And I mean that just vocally.
Yeah.
The rest of it you definitely heard before.
yeah,
It's a
an old
pretty-
kick of the drum.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, whatever. But like vocally, it was very weird. It was like this odd kind of like layered high falsetto vocal, but then there's like a lot of baritone beneath it that kind of signified where he would go after that. And
Yeah, now we got Dijon singing like this.
yeah, we got Dijon and a bunch of other people singing
I
like
know,
this, honestly. And enough about the music. I love that skinny body of D'Angelo's in that video. Untitled, How Does It Feel by D'Angelo.
That one here, like before you even read the matchup.
Oh yeah, I was just saying the video. I'm gonna go.
It's not that
I'm gonna
skinny.
go with Skinny Love the song.
You're gonna go with Skinny Love the song.
Oh wait, no, sorry. I'm gonna go with Untitled by D'Angelo, which is a much better song.
Yes, and his body wasn't that skinny. He was pretty stacked.
No, but it's still skinny. It's
He's
like
slim.
slim thick.
No,
Slim
slender.
slim fit.
Slim fit works.
Slim fit works.
We'll take
Yeah,
that.
you had abs. Check it out. Pull up the video. Maybe on another tab or something.
Yeah,
And then come back to this one. But
and listen to Voodoo.
yeah.
What a record.
Listen to all of D'Angelo's music. There isn't that much of it. You can get it done in a few hours.
Yeah, 4 hours probably. You can listen to the whole catalog. But then you got to listen to Sadiq, and you got other angles. You got to go down.
Next matchup, we got The Predatory Wasp of the Palisades is Out to Get Us by Sufjan Stevens versus Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst by Kendrick Lamar. I should be an announcer,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I could do an announcer voice if you want.
I'm so all good on that.
Next matchup, we've got The Predatory Wasp of the Palisades is Out to Get Us by Sufjan Stevens.
I gotta work on my breath control, I think.
And I think-
Versus Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst by Kendrick Lamar.
you're really only doing like one announcer thing. You're doing the SNL guy.
Well, I didn't go full SNL.
You did.
Well, no, because then
did.
I do a little bit, I do almost like a Post Malone sort of like,
Yeah.
Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst.
like
Yeah.
I kind of gotta like,
A lot of announcers don't sound like that though.
what do they sound like?
Like Mark Jackson.
Who's that?
He's a black guy.
You're putting me on right now. Mark Jackson. Okay, I'll check him out. I'm going to listen to a little MJ later. For the right mood, this is a perfect song. It's beautiful.
Yeah, to be able to make arrangement, it's almost like a fairy tale cartoon like parade of like little miniature creatures, kind of like.
Oh, yeah. I think about unicorns a lot. When I'm
It's like it's a very magical arrangement without dipping into anywhere even really near corny.
yeah,
And
it
then-
doesn't get kitschy with
No,
that.
and it's his like beautiful voice at the center of it that kind of keeps it all tied together. It works like strings a lot in it because it's so soft. An amazing feat. Like Sufjan always does that. It's like opening up like a beautifully drawn children's book that like I have no business even really enjoying, but I end up lost in the world with the toad and the fairy moss and that kind of stuff.
There is like, I don't know, maybe this is just me, but I get a feeling like here and then to my shoulders when I do open up a book like that, I'm like, wow, what a wonderful world. I will probably spend 2 minutes
in here, but
in
it's
here,
nice.
but then I'm not gonna read it. I'm not gonna like talk about it much more than that. But it really like you can't replicate that feeling, and I do get that from Sufjan songs. I don't listen to a lot of Sufjan, and when I do, it's like Age of Odds or something where it's like a little bit has something else kind of worked into the mix. There is like a lot of electronic elements on that album, but it's like when I do get in that mood and listen to it, I'm like, wow, like.
Yeah, it's nice to remember that you used to have an imagination that was like colorful and not just about like hating yourself. That's kind of how I feel personally. I'm like, wow, I used to think of a spaceship that was blue and that had sails. And now I just picture Myles Garrett and the Steelers and like shaving my head and getting like prison tattoos. Well, I'm in prison too for doing something like robbing a gas station or something to get money to buy more whippets or something.
Does that self-hatred, does that start here and kind of go to your shoulders? Mm-mm. No? Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I can't really relate then. That's where most feelings are for me.
Okay, from here to the shoulders.
Yeah, or here to the shoulders if I watch the D'Angelo video. Because it starts there, but then I go, wait, no, not for you. And then it goes to the shoulders, and I go, ooh, all right.
All right, Grammy Award winner Kendrick Lamar.
Turn to settle down. My main concern. Promise that you will sing about me.
Dude, money trees are the perfect place for shade.
It's just how I feel. Just how I feel.
Yeah.
I will say this won our Kendrick Lamar. Sorry, spoiler alert. This won our Kendrick Lamar bracket when we did it. I regret that. I will say that I think it's like a little bit of a pretentious pick. It's such an amazing song, but like, when do I go to this? Like, I will be honest, I kind of skipped this song about halfway through. Nowadays.
I'll plant the pretentious flag wherever you want me to.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know. There's something about it where I'm kind of like, there are more instantaneous and just as thoroughly good songs by Kendrick Lamar that I think deserve to be celebrated more than just like, I feel like people are default picking this a little bit. But if they really sat down and listened to all of them, including us, I'm saying, like, if we redid a Kendrick Lamar bracket now, I don't think it would win.
The thing is, though, is we both decide and Grant decides. Fear wins my bracket every time I fill it out. That's
and
my favorite song.
Wesley's Theory wins mine.
Yeah, and a different one wins for Grant. But we all collectively had to come to a decision, and I think that's what you get when you collectively have to come to a decision. It's like, this is the one we can't disagree on.
Right, it's the consensus winner, kind of like 90210 on the Travis Scott bracket or something, you know? One fun fact that I just recently learned about this song, though, and a few other songs on Good Kid, Mad City, is you guys know that song Soft Spot by Jameson? Jameson is the one doing the vocals on this song. Promise that you sing about me forever. That's Jameson. Yeah. And Jameson has vocals on 3 other songs on Good Kid, Mad City.
It's dope.
And just blew up with Soft Spot now. Not to be on like some inspirational shit.
Right.
But if you're making music right now and it's not like fully, whatever, keep going, because maybe 12 years later you'll have a hit pop off on TikTok or whatever TikTok is in 12
Also,
years.
there's like a billion jobs in the industry.
No,
You know
totally.
what I mean?
I'm just saying, like, and Jameson's been around. People knew who Jameson was. I'm not saying that it's just like he came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
He's been making music for a long time, and it's always been really good. But it is really cool to, like, people know what I'm talking about because you've seen, in a wife beater, smoking the cigarette, doing that dance. That whole thing. And then you've seen that, you've heard the song, it's awesome, Soft Spot. But then, like, I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a Jameson fan and had zero idea until this year that Jameson was singing on that song.
Well, he's from Inglewood, and he was a Crip, I think, so.
He's from Detroit, I believe.
I don't think so. I thought he was from Bompton.
I don't think so, and if he was a Crip, why would...
Well, I'm not, so I was just saying.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't... Okay. Yeah. I guess I don't really... You already got it on your hat. I wouldn't worry about that.
Word. I'm going to pick this over the Predatory Wasp.
Yeah, me too.
Shout out Jameson the Liquor. Am I right, fellas? Girls don't drink it. It's just, I wanted to say something funny. I've been a little bottled up.
Yeah, you're allowed to say something funny.
That was it.
Girls don't drink it?
No, they drink green tea shots.
Oh, I love green tea shots. Shoot.
You want to go out to dinner?
Yes,
No.
I would. Oh, no?
Maybe tomorrow.
I'm trying to go tonight.
Okay.
To dinner.
Good.
I'm thinking steak?
Awesome.
Okay, I'm not allowed to talk about myself?
No, it's just boring.
It's boring?
Yeah.
I want to go get steak.
All right. See what I mean?
You could ask, like, what kind of steak?
I'm good.
Or what restaurant are you thinking? Or, like, what are you going to wear? Who are you going to go with? All those things. Nope. All right. Next, we've got, I hate that this is a matchup in the first round. I really, really hate it. We've got Weird Fishes by Radiohead versus Vienna by Billy Joel.
Yeah, this one was done intentionally by
what was that?
intentionally by the production team.
I'm pretty sure you said intentionally.
Yeah, and I'm going to shut up. All right.
Can I talk now?
I said I'm going to shut up. I didn't tell you to shut up.
Okay, I thought that you were saying I'm gonna, and then you pivoted to say shut up, to tell me to shut up.
No, I said now I'm going to shut up.
All right, I love Billy Joel and Radiohead. Let's hear the song.
And weird fishes.
If you haven't heard this song, this clip does not represent that awesome shuffle that it has in it. And that's really what takes it there. The guitar riff with that shuffle of the drums is really like what's so magical. But this whole album, like, take your pick, any song from this album. Truly, there's an argument for every song on this album being the best one on it. It's like quickly approaching Kid A as my favorite Radiohead album. I feel like I listen to this one more nowadays. And this was the standout on first listen. This and Body Snatchers as like my first listen in maybe maybe like 2010 or something, I was like, wow.
Yeah, this was my gateway into the world. I didn't take the band seriously until I like got into Weird Fishes like 2 years ago. And then I started listening to this album in its entirety and was like, oh, these dudes aren't just like, it's not lame. It's like actually sick.
Yeah, you thought it was lame?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I don't like, I had heard Kid A, like it, but it was a little lame for me.
Okay.
And then I heard this album and I was like, oh, this is more sick.
Do you like future dystopia movies?
Well, right. This
particularly?
is where I got into the song.
Well, no, I'm saying like that's Kid A and OK Computer. Those are
Sure.
the two like albums that are really that, you know?
Yeah.
And that's why I think I maybe was a little surprised when you berated me for liking Kid A after you
Yeah.
listened to it because you were like, you suck and you
But
don't
I
like good
berate you
things.
for most things.
I know,
It's got
but
nothing to do with that.
Right.
Really?
I know, but I was just saying like it feels like it fits your interests. Like if you immersed yourself in the world of Kid A, it like feels like a movie that you would like.
Right, but it's not a movie.
Yeah, it's
it's
an
like a
album.
white anti-Semite.
I don't know if
Or no, a white Zionist. Sorry.
Right, okay, yeah.
Which honestly is kind of the same thing if you squint your eyes.
I don't
But yeah, let's listen to another white. Billy Joel coming in hot with Vienna. Home to Hitler, where he was born. Just to tie things up with a neat little bow. He's from Austria. All right, a bit of a history buff.
Passion, you got your pride, but don't you know that only fools are satisfied?
There is no entryway fee to like this song.
No.
You know what I mean? Like Radiohead, you might have to
Yes.
pay $15 at the door, but once you get in, you're gonna like.
Yeah.
You could show. If you don't like this song, it's like, I don't know, you had to do no reading. There's no summer reading.
Yeah.
you just show up and you go, here's music.
Yeah.
And you go, yeah, that's good music.
Yeah, if you get bopped in the head tomorrow and you forget everything,
Yeah.
you'll still like Billy Joel's Vienna the next day.
Yeah, even people who don't like Billy Joel are, and there's or at least like they like a few songs. Vienna's one of them.
Yeah, Vienna rocks.
It's such a great song. Like
it's a jumper. It's a bopper.
Vienna waits for you.
Beautiful.
I mean, it's fantastic. This is so tough because I feel like I have an involved love of Weird Fishes,
Of course.
and then I have like a involved but not in the same way with Vienna. There's something I feel an attachment to Weird Fishes where I'm like it's cooler to me.
It is.
But Vienna is like it's undeniable.
It's a better song.
Yeah, and I think it does come with context that doesn't really matter, but it's like if you took Weird Fishes off of In Rainbows,
Right.
still a fantastic album. I can find it in other places. Vienna is like if you took that out of
Music. American music.
yeah, it would like you lose like a songwriter's classic.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
So I'll go with Vienna by Billy Joel.
Vienna sausages. Those little canned ones.
Yeah, that's interesting.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not? Yeah, never mind. We won't talk about it then.
No, please
We'll
don't.
talk about something else.
It's disgusting imagery.
Yeah, we'll just go to the next.
Yeah.
That's right. Today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, Squarespace.
Remember back in the day I couldn't get a website made for my business venture?
You're not talking about the ham and squid delivery, right?
I am so glad you remember, dude.
It's hard not to.
Now, with Squarespace, I can start a completely personalized website with the new guided design system, covered with the beautiful squids and illustrious hams.
I love the curated layouts and styling options that help you build a unique online presence from the ground up. You can get your website launched fast and easy. With integrated and optimized SEO tools, you show up more often to more people and grow the way you want.
SEO, so if you type in ham, I pop up.
I don't know about that's
Search engine optimization. You type in squid and hams, and boom, it equals me.
if you type squid and ham.
Right?
Yeah.
Are you right? Are you right?
Yeah, with Squarespace, maybe.
Yeah. Squarespace websites allow flexible payments to make your customers' purchasing experiences smooth as something so smooth, like a smooth Christmas ham. They accept credit cards, PayPal, Apple Pay, and in eligible countries, they offer customers the option to buy now and pay later with Afterpay and ClearPay. So if you can't afford the add-on squid, you could pay for it later or something.
So is like the base purchase item just ham?
Yeah,
and
but it's
squid
a-
is like always an add-on?
Not always.
It doesn't feel like it's fine.
It's a ham and squid business.
This is not about this is about Squarespace.
And helping out small businesses.
All the analytics you need to really dial in on your business are readily available to you through Squarespace too. You get insights into top traffic sources so you can understand how your reach is growing. Tracking sales metrics is key to learning where to focus your engagement.
This is dope and slick. like a ham.
It's easier than ever thanks to the wonderful Squarespace.
And now, if you go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, you go to squarespace.com/Hivemind, you save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain, like ham and squid, hams and squids, and also hams.com.
Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, it's squarespace.com for the free trial, squarespace.com/Hivemind to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain when you're ready to launch. Thank you so much, Squarespace, for sponsoring this video. Let's get back into it. 2009 Mac Miller versus All My Friends by LCD Sound System.
No, I take it if it's mine. I don't stay inside the lines. It ain't 2009 no more.
Vibe.
Vibe?
Great vibe here.
Great vibe.
Yeah, I mean, Sunday morning, you play this, like, after, like, 14 people sleep over at your house, and you're all kind of waking up, and you're, like, smoking the roaches from last night, and then, like, the song ends, and someone's like, and it's like, we're drinking again all day? That's kind of like what this song reminds me of.
What do you put on once the drinking starts?
Off the Wall by MJ.
Oh, okay, yeah. This song it's awesome. It's just like a total encapsulation of Mac Miller's career. It's like a great reflection on that time and how much he had changed by this time. The appreciation for this song did sharpen after he unfortunately did pass away so young, that this song became like it was like the introspective Mac Miller song that told the story of his career.
Yeah.
There has since been some posthumous releases that I think do that same thing and just as effectively, just as powerfully, but this one was already out. And so it was like important to see Mac Miller thinking this way and speaking about his life through music that was so different from his early music before he had passed away. And I think that was like almost a comforting thing for Mac Miller fans. And I mean, it's also just, it's a great sample. It's a great song to listen to. It's not purely sad.
No, the singing performance on it is awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. Really like found his voice in a new way here.
Yeah, he was finding his voice his entire career, and I'm glad that he's celebrated the way that he is, because he definitely deserved it. He was like one of those artists that when we first heard him, like, I mean, he was wearing flat bills and rapping about skipping school and how Donald Trump was awesome.
Right.
Well, for being rich, he obviously spoke out against Donald Trump, but it is a wild thing. If you had told me in 2009, 2010 that Mac Miller would end up where he was, I wouldn't have believed you. I don't even think there was space in music for something like that to happen.
No.
And there are a lot of artists who paved the way for Mac Miller to be able to do that, but his own artistic development individually is something that I'm like always happy to see celebrated.
Yeah.
Great song. Great pick by you guys. You guys got me. I was hating on this too much. This is a great song.
Yeah, it's great. And there's other great LCD Sound System songs, but it's just like, it never feels cool to me when I listen to it.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, I definitely don't love this band the way that a lot of other people do, but I've come to respect, I don't know what it is. I think it's like, it harkens back to a band that we'll talk about later, the Talking Heads, in a certain way, or even like notions of like Devo or something within it, where it's like, it is kind of that robotic thing, but then you got to see the personality kind of burst out of that. But I think that it makes really interesting choices with sonic palette and being electronic, but also being like at its core kind of an indie rock band.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like it comes at a time that I think was really interesting for it to come out, and I do respect that more the more I return to LCD Sound System stuff. I do roll my eyes at certain things about this band, but like this song's pretty undeniable. That piano line is fantastic. I also love the repurposing of that in the 1975 song from a few years ago. But yeah, I don't know. I've come to like it. I feel like you guys convinced me in a certain way when I did get so much backlash for saying I didn't fuck with LCD Sound System. I was like, all right, now's an opportunity. You guys have put this on here. Let me listen to this. I went back and listened to the whole album and was like, I was being a little harsh maybe.
Yeah, we are just, humble Midwesterners at the end of the day, though, too. And this is real coastal elite tunes.
I feel that. It's real New York.
Yeah.
And that's a big city.
On the coast.
I get that.
And Mac Miller's from the Midwest, technically.
Yeah, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's like its own thing. It's not like...
Midwest. Steel.
Totally.
Steal something.
Yeah, I hope they don't steal Myles Garrett. This is going to come out far after we figure out where he's landing.
Shut up.
But I'm just
About
saying,
it.
I really hope that it isn't the Steelers. Although in some ways I hope it is, because to trade interdivisionally, we'll get so much for that. We'll get a huge haul for that. Probably double the price that it would be to go to like an NFC team.
I'm going to take 2009 by Mac Miller here pretty easily, and I like you guys still, even the ones who voted for LCD Sound System, but
They voted like.
whatever.
Yeah,
The-
no,
the
I agree.
two people that probably cast this
Right,
song
right.
in.
Yeah.
I apologize to you. You're still good folks, I'm sure.
And I agree. I'm going to go with 2009 by Mac Miller. But I will say I am grateful to have opportunities to have you guys change my mind.
Absolutely, yeah.
I appreciated that going into this. This was like a strangely wholesome experience. Listening
Yeah.
to the playlist, I was like, wow. It was cool to see so many songs that I feel like are artists maybe that we have talked about. See, you guys love those artists as well, whether you did before that or we put you on or whatever it is. But then also the reverse of that was so cool.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, all right, I've obviously heard of most of the songs on here, but
Yeah.
spending time with them just because you guys love them, I was like, that's cool.
It's beautiful.
Perfect example of that, we've got Fantasy World by Quadeca versus Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls.
It's a tough break for old Ben here. Tough break, pal. Got to play one-on-one against Jordan here.
And who's that?
Michael Jordan?
Okay, you're putting me on. MJ?
Yeah, started off as a black guy, ended as a black guy.
Ended, huh?
Yeah, ended his career as a black guy.
Okay, yeah.
I can't speak for him now.
Yeah, and MJ.
Yep.
All right, I'll look him up too.
Jump Man.
I'm learning quite Jumpman, you said, huh?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay, and that's
A nickname for MJ.
nickname. Okay, for MJ. Okay. Yeah, I'll look all this stuff up later. Jumpman, Jumpman, Jumpman. I just gotta remember that. Jumpman, Jumpman, Jumpman. An amazing song that I really have to be in the context of the album to fully immerse myself into.
Totally.
Not a song I go to individually pretty much ever because this is a devastating song. It's a beautiful song, but it is a journey and an ambitious one that is not maybe as like musically rewarding as Born Yesterday
Right.
to me personally.
I totally agree. And I found myself, when I was listening to this playlist, putting like Born Yesterday and this. I'd get to Born Yesterday and I would just queue up Fantasy World afterwards because it just made sense to like hear them together instead of going from like the Talking Heads into Fantasy World. That was kind of jarring at times. Or like 35 minutes of Taylor Swift and then into Fantasy World.
Right.
So yeah, that was what I did, and it's still a great song. And you know, just from a composer's angle, it's beautiful and remarkable what he's able to do. But the other song exists.
And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think
Every time I hear it, I'm on that beach with him. I'm stuck in that clock tower. Is that kind of a Quasimodo analogy there?
I don't know. I haven't seen the music video in a while. Is that
Are
the
you-
one where it pans down and he's got the deep V?
No.
No? They show the base of his cock a little
No.
bit? No? Okay.
It's like he's in like a clock tower and on a beach or something. It feels like he's like a man living in a self-contained prison of isolation or something.
Kind of a Sleeping Beauty scenario.
Almost like he doesn't want the world to see him without her. Because without that love, if he cannot have this love Iris that he speaks of, he is maybe just like a hideous shell of himself. So he's cooped himself up in some sort of clock tower by the sea, lighthouse kind of situation.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
If he doesn't want the world to see him, I don't know how he expects her to know who he is.
She knew who
That's
he was.
kind of like one of those relationships where like one person doesn't ever leave their house. And
No,
it's always
she-
like, you got to come over here if you
Yeah.
want time with me.
She knew who he was at one point.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's changed.
He's changed, so now, okay. Yeah.
The song wins
I
wins the bracket.
I really,
Thank you for watching. Iris wins.
I really don't think about the lyrics of this song other than just remembering them to sing them. It is such a fun song to sing, as evidenced by how far it went in our karaoke songs bracket.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
This is a really beautiful, tragic song in its own.
no, totally. I'm just saying I
Yeah.
never thought about like the details of it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I get what it's about, but I'm like, when it comes on, I'm thinking about singing.
I'm thinking about her.
Iris?
No.
Oh.
My own Iris. Damn. And an ibis is like a funny bird to the long beak.
And if Iris is something you can get on your computer that fucks it all up, but not really anymore. I feel like people they fixed that.
Yeah, depends on what sites you're going on.
Depends on what computer you have too. Macs do not get viruses.
Yeah, it depends on what kind of sites you're going on.
You got a virus on your Mac?
It depends on what kind of sites you're going on.
Yeah, I don't go on sites that give you viruses.
It depends though. If you do, you can.
I'm gonna go with Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls.
Totally, dude. Party like a rock star should have been on this bitch.
Yeah. I was surprised no John Mayer was on here.
And no Mims either.
That was odd.
It was odd.
Thought that was quite odd. Now we got All Too Well by Taylor Swift versus One Beer by MF Doom.
I remember it all too well.
All the wholesome stuff we said before, it is really great. Kind of stepping into your guys' house and listening to your records with you and, extending the parasocial hand across the median that is worth crossing it for, experiencing each other's
I know
tastes
where
and
this
stuff.
is going, yeah.
I'm going to need more than one beer to like this song. Because it fucking sucks. It sucks.
We will be right back.
Yeah. No, we'll stay here. It sucks and I don't care. And 10 minutes is too long.
Oh, yeah, could have stayed 3 minutes.
That was fine.
It's a good song. Doesn't deserve a director's cut sort of situation.
No, it doesn't really go anywhere else.
Well, it does a lot of the Jake Gyllenhaal stuff.
Well, yeah, lyrically,
With the scarf.
It says other things for sure, but
Yeah.
to earn 10 minutes, let's get a fucking sex solo in here or something.
Yeah, it is such a simple song to stretch out to this length, and you gotta just really like Taylor Swift if you want to do this whole thing. And I get it. It is like widely considered her best song. It's a good melody. I think it's a good song. I think it's like one of those things where it's done a disservice by how much it's celebrated and how fucking long they made it.
Yeah.
They didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
It was fine. I don't know how long it was before.
It wasn't 10 minutes.
I only know this version
Yeah.
really. And it's I come on, really? Does it have to be? Do we have to do this? Like,
No,
it's
you don't.
it's like I will say this, and again, totally ditching the wholesome thing for a second.
It's fine.
I want to like Taylor. I like some songs. I want to like Taylor Swift. You guys make it so goddamn difficult. It's like you have to sign up to be like a fucking crazy person to like Taylor Swift now.
Yeah.
It's like I can't do it, man.
I can't do it either. I don't even think you have to sign up to be a crazy person. I think you just have to be so stubborn and not listen to other music.
Yeah.
Because if you did, there's 10-minute songs out there that are worth it, man. Don't make this the one. Be like, it's 10 minutes because it's fucking awesome. It's like, no, it's not. There's not one solo.
That's what I'm saying. You have to actively avoid listening to other music and thinking about if it's better to like Taylor Swift this much.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying she doesn't have some great songs. She does. But it's so much. And it's so not that impressive.
Yeah.
There's other stuff going on and there's other music, and I promise you, you won't lose your personality. You can wear the Tortured Poets Department shirt and still listen to other music. You're allowed to do it. Your whole personality doesn't have to be Taylor Swift is the best of all time and she's mother, and everybody else who makes pop music sucks cocks and is the worst and fuck them. It's crazy.
Gyllenhaal's got some good movies, too.
He has more great movies than she has great songs. I will say that.
That's a dope-ass argument.
Not to say that I don't know what happened behind the scenes. He might be a creepo, weirdo guy. I really don't know. And I don't know why the scarf matters. Somebody explain that to me.
No, don't open the door to that.
Okay, yeah, never mind. But yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal is like a fantastic actor.
Let's listen to some Doom, man.
Yeah, sorry. Got worked up.
Getting money, DTs be getting no new leads. It's like eating watermelon, stay spitting new seeds.
This is a classic example. It's a great pick by you guys for Doom. The amazing sample, the drum fill in this, and then he almost like hides in between the beat at times, and it really does take like an active ear to like lock into this pocket that you can't even believe he found. And then once you're there, you're like, whoa, where am I? It's like hanging out with your friend while you're tripping, and you've never seen the glowy fingers before while you were tripping, and you were like, well, I knew how to get high, but I didn't know how to get this fucking high. Like, you're making me really flip out in a good way.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I've taken tabs before, but you walked in a morph suit with glowy fingers and put on a Fish album. I didn't know that feeling.
In that way, then getting high is like New York rap from the 90s.
Yeah.
Getting high with glowy fingers is MF Doom. Because it's playing with a very, like, we had heard this, but not this way.
No.
That kind of thing. And I wasn't around to hear it actually happen in real time.
Right.
I was kind of one of those who, like, I found Tyler and Earl And they were constantly shouting out Doom, and people were saying Doom is the inspiration for these guys, and then kind of went back and was like, whoa. But I don't think any song on this entire bracket fully encapsulates one artist or anything, but it's cool to see this as a pick for Doom.
Yeah.
Because I think there are probably 20 different Doom songs that could be on here, and this might just be the result of like, this is one of the most popular ones, but it's like, it's cool to see it represented in a song that is actually shows why Doom was so great, you know? So it wins overall too well.
It's close, but yeah, it does. Just like in length of song.
Right,
Taylor's offering a lot more music.
There's more song, yeah. That's tough.
But yeah, MF Doom wins in a neck and neck race.
Yeah, it was
for me.
close. It was super close. All right, now we got Pyramids by Frank Ocean versus On Sight by Kanye West.
Okay.
Pimping in my convo, bubbles in my champagne.
So yeah, second Frank Ocean song here. Couldn't be any more different than Self Control, really. It's a fucking banger, though.
I absolutely love this song. I will say, unlike most Frank Ocean music, this one has aged.
Yeah.
And I think it's a result of, like, honestly, there being a big, like, synth and kind of dance music revival within rap music in the production, where you get, like, these very cinematic big things, like The Weeknd and Travis Scott kind of, like, work those things into their music where it feels so, like, rich and heavy. Pyramids is kind of underproduced, in my opinion. Like, it's very cool for what it is. I think the song itself is amazing, but when I listen to it, I'm kind of like, oh, if this song had been made 5 years later, it would have been like surround sound movie level amazing, you know? And I wish that it had all those bells and whistles that it could have.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, I love it too.
On sight. On sight. How much do I give a fuck?
Talk about bells and whistles, bitch.
Yeah, this was an unfinished Daft Punk song, then equipped with this crazy sample flip thing, and just like abrasive by every sense of the word. First song on the album, it really sets you up for what you're gonna get on Yeezus, which is just like
awesome,
brave and ridiculous, and just in your face.
It's weird enough how much I loved this album from the day it came out.
It took the longest.
Really?
To get into, yeah. I mean, there were just other cuts that I liked a lot more, and I think it was so abrasive. I had to, like, over time come to appreciate that was the only way. This is like walking into a party and your friend breaks a beer bottle over your head, and you're like, oh, it's one of those nights.
And when that happens, it takes you a second to grow to like that happened.
Well, because now I got to fight and stuff, and I like fighting.
Right, totally.
Obviously. Like, if I'm getting triple teamed by dudes at the other end of the bar later in the night, I like
Pause on that.
I like that.
Okay.
But then, like, as I'm reminiscing in the cold shower that stings later because all of my wounds, I go, you know what? He had to smash the bottle over my head.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have been juiced up to get 3 times by them fellas.
Right, yeah. And maybe the fight is like Send It Up or something. Like, it's like later in the album.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah, something.
Yeah, whatever. And then the drinking break is Hold My Liquor.
Right. And
You
then
gotta get liquored up.
I think Hold My Liquor comes before Send It Up on the
Whatever.
album, so it doesn't work as a full analogy.
Yeah. All right.
That's okay.
Wasn't really an analogy either.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go with On Sight here over Pyramids, Riley.
Yeah, I'm going to do the exact same thing.
Totally.
Yeah, there were many options here.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do the exact same thing that you did and pick On Sight by Kanye West, a.k.a. Ye, to beat Pyramids by Frank Ocean.
Totally.
All right, now we got Blackbird by the Beatles versus Life During Wartime by Talking Heads.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes.
Every time I hear this song, I just think of the time that I saw Paul McCartney, and he just does this speech that I've now seen him do in other live shows that I've seen recordings of. But he's always like, hey, who here's tried to learn Blackbird on guitar? A bunch of people raise their hand, and then he's like, oh, give it up. You'll never do it. You'll never do it. Only I could do it. It's just like a funny, weird thing to do. Is it that hard to learn on guitar? I mean, it must be. I don't play guitar, so I don't.
I think it's like a timing thing more so than like a chord thing.
It has the metronome in it. The song has the metronome.
Yeah.
It's just like,
It is crazy that this is about the Blackbird stealth bomber, too.
okay.
That the military then later developed, I want to say 20 years after the song came out.
This is a joke or no?
No.
No, it's real?
Yeah, he has some of the early sketches of a stealth bomber that he designed and sold to the U.S. Army.
And it's called a Blackbird stealth bomber.
Yeah, you've never seen that?
Yeah, I don't.
It's an incredibly sophisticated piece of warfare that has ended the lives of thousands across the world.
So-
and as such a peace and love hippy dippy band, you might be shocked by that.
Well, I was just gonna say it's interesting that Blackbird seems to be about life during wartime. Because there's a war thing. I don't know.
He was the architect of mass destruction, Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney was?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Thank God he's dead and they replaced him with Avril Lavigne or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's a great song. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful song. And it's actually about racism, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm pretty
I never
sure.
really listen to lyrics.
Oh, really?
I just want to sing it so bad when it comes on.
Oh, okay.
It's like my
it's your
iris.
iris.
It's my
Yeah,
iris,
yeah.
yeah.
Which, sorry about her, by the way, about your iris. But
It's all right.
I think it's about racism. And like on the right side, like it's not,
Yeah.
or left side.
Sorry
whatever.
about that, by the way.
Yeah, and apologies, obviously, for all for the racism and stuff that I'm sure we played a part in.
Yeah, absolutely. Or at least someone else related to me
Yeah,
did.
some of one of my dads or something. One of them.
Yeah, this is fun. I never really listened to this song.
Yeah, I don't listen to it a lot. I knew it, but not by name. Like when I
Yeah.
put it on, I was like, "Oh, this is that song." No time for messing around. Woo. It's a great song.
It's almost like a Chuck Berry song or something.
Yeah, it has a little bit of that rockabilly. That
That OG blues rock stuff, and they play with it in their goofy way, which is awesome. Not goofy in a bad way. They loosen the screws on that old vibe or whatever. It's reminiscent and futuristic, kind of at the same time.
And if you get a chance to, like, David Byrne is such an interesting visual
Yeah.
performer that it kind of like contextualizes their music. If you go watch live recordings of Talking Heads, it's like it just changed the way that you think about the band. It's very robotic. It's clearly inspired by like film. It's like a character piece sort of thing.
Yeah.
Is like all of their music is kind of that. And I don't know if David Byrne is actually like that. It's kind of like a Nardwuar situation. I'm like, I choose to just believe take it at face value. Like David Byrne is just like that.
Yeah.
But he's got like a headset mic on and is like marching and turning to the side and then like going like this. And it's like, oh, that's why he sing like that.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
It is cool. It's not, Blackbird by the Beatles, though.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Blackbird by the Beatles. I think just song for song,
Yeah.
it's a better song.
It's one of the best songs ever.
Yeah, totally. Now we got Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd versus Vincent by Don McLean.
Powerhouse of sadness here.
How I wish you were here.
We're just two lost souls smoking on a fat bowl year after year.
This was the first funeral I ever attended. They played this song. And I had never heard this song before. I was young. And I was like, oh, fuck. Did they write this for this? Like, that's like the emotional feeling I had. How could a song be so perfect for such a sad setting? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like when it clicked for me. Things started clicking for me in music where I was like, oh, this is why people like music so much.
Was it a widow?
No,
Was there a widow?
It was a step uncle who killed himself.
Your step uncle who killed himself?
Yeah.
Did he leave? Was there a lover?
No.
Because then who's the other lost soul? I'm just trying to figure out how it fits that funeral specifically. I
This
get that it's
feels
sad.
bad.
Well, I was just trying to figure it out. Who's the other lost soul swimming in the fishbowl year after year?
This feels bad.
Okay.
For me.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. It's hard to have a conversation with you because you're so protective over your emotions that you won't even let me get. I'm trying to figure it out logically.
I'm just saying.
Take emotion out of this, okay? I don't care. It's your step uncle's funeral. I get it. But did he have a love interest? Was there an ex-wife there? Was
No.
there no? Okay.
No.
All right.
He was addicted to drugs and he took himself out to the woods one day.
He took himself out to the woods and
Shot himself in the neck so he could still have an open casket funeral because of his family's religious views.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they played this song. Was it at the end?
It was at the end while he
At
was
the
being
end.
lowered into the earth.
Okay, yeah, I guess I still don't know who the other lost soul is. And did he have like fish or something? Because like, it would've been, like
This
fish
is starting to feel bad.
and the fish. I told you, dude, take emotion out of this. I don't get why you're so emotional about this.
Yeah.
It's people die all the time. A bunch of step uncles just died like 2 seconds.
Well, let's listen to Vincent by Don McLean.
All right, Mr. Sensitive.
For your sanity and how you tried to set them free.
Yeah, wow, fuck.
Yeah, this song's about Vincent Van Gogh.
Maybe.
It is. I Googled it just to make sure, which is
You
dumb.
Googled it?
I was like, I've heard it before. I know, he says Starry Night.
Starry Night.
Yeah, I get it. All right, I totally get that. That's who painted
It
it.
was about Rothko or something.
I thought maybe it was just one of those things where the song was named that because Starry Night was referenced. I don't know. But it's like from reading the obituary of Vincent Van Gogh. It's just a cool way to write about somebody that we all all know who that is. Writing about it like on an emotional level of being an artist who experienced more posthumous success, like never saw the fruits of his labor and was obviously such a tortured person. I think the song is just very touching in that way.
Yeah, it's cool.
It like attempts to almost like forge a relationship with somebody who has long passed away.
Yeah, it's like a whole conversation.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. I found appreciation for this song very late too. Like maybe just a couple years ago. I got super into this song and was like, wow.
Yeah, because you would expect something like American Pie to be on here or whatever.
Yeah.
Just because it's like, when we sent out this question, I was kind of expecting, like if you ask, you know, a person a little bit older than us or like someone our parents' age, what's the best song of all time? A lot of those answers are long songs.
Yeah, like epics.
It's just Bohemian Rhapsody and American Pie and
Taylor's version.
All Too Well, Taylor's version. Those types of things. And I fully expected it to be those and like some Beatles songs and whatever. And I was pleasantly surprised that it wasn't like just a default crop of songs.
Yeah.
And having another Don McLean song in here was cool to me.
Yeah, it's the better song too.
Whoa.
Like Vincent's better than American Pie.
You love American Pie.
Of course.
Yeah, you love all 8 of those movies. You have the box set at your house.
I have the pie too. Fleshlight Pie.
Stifler's Mom. Yeah, I didn't like it.
I'm gonna go with Vincent, man.
Yeah, I'll go with Vincent as well. Also, the name of the dog from Lost. Vincent. Now we got Ain't No Mountain High Enough by Marvin Gaye versus Look at the Sky by Porter Robinson.
Touching tunes here.
Oh, baby, there ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low.
This song also went very far in our karaoke songs bracket.
Yeah, it's a wonderful karaoke song. It's just it's powerful, man.
Very powerful. I remember it being in Remember the Titans, the movie.
Never saw.
You never saw it, and now I'm putting you on. It's a movie about a football team in the South.
More about race?
Well, yeah, it's definitely about race.
I just had a feeling.
Yeah, there's a white player named Sunshine with
Does anybody die?
Yeah, a lot of people die.
I just had a feeling.
Yeah.
They dance?
They dance, and they play football.
I just had a feeling. Yeah. And they kind of come to get the town comes together?
Totally, absolutely.
Yeah, I just kind of had a feeling. Mm-hmm. And it has nothing to do with Attack on Titan.
It does not, no.
Yeah, I just had a feeling.
Yeah, that's an anime or something. Does it have something to do with the fact that my high school, the mascot was the Titans? No, doesn't. Was I on the football team? No. Wasn't big enough. Was I on the basketball team? For 1 year. Was I a good shooter? Yeah.
I had a feeling.
Did I play a lot?
No.
No. Was I too skinny? Possibly. It's probably part of it. Did I enjoy my time though?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Did my dad play college ball?
Yes.
Yes. You did? Did I?
No.
No. I got cut from high school basketball.
Yeah.
How could I play college ball?
You could have tried.
Did I try?
No.
No. Is my dad better than me?
Yes.
Yeah. He's 63. Still better than me.
That's enough with the rhetorical questions.
Does it hurt my soul every time I come to the realization that my dad will always be better than me at basketball? Yeah, sure does.
Awesome song, man.
Yeah?
Awesome tune.
I'm glad that you like this one.
I love this whole album.
Yeah,
I
totally.
liked it right from the jump.
Yeah, totally.
Emotionally charged album. This one kind of gets to a poppy level, obviously.
I mean, yeah, of course.
But it still remains very emotionally charged. Yeah, it's great. Great record.
Yeah, I like albums that can do that, especially
Yeah.
with electronic production.
Of course.
You know, considering where Porter Robinson came from, being more of like a DJ.
Yeah.
And then kind of like working more and more towards like what we see now from Porter Robinson is more of like a hyper pop or just straightforward pop with some like indie sensibilities, you know, all those things and the melodies. And this album was definitely like a turning point for that. I love albums that can balance those two things where it's emotional, but also danceable and fun and bright. And if you don't lean too close, you can kind of just like enjoy it as background music or as soundtrack for something.
Yeah.
But it is, it's a very emotional album. It is not, however, about I have said in the past, and I guess I'll correct the record, when we talked about this album before, I said it was about his mother passing away. It's not true, and I don't know where I got that. I think I read into some lyrics too much or something.
This feels bad now.
Yeah, but I had to make the apology. I mean, like, what, you know.
You had to make an apology video?
I didn't. This is kind of that, I guess.
What the
Just
fuck?
this one, just really quick, I'm saying Porter Robinson, if you've ever watched us, we have some friends who are friends with you. I'm sorry, I misread something. Somewhere, got my wires tangled and crossed, and I fully misrepresented your album and what it was about.
Is Mom still alive?
Yes.
Oh, this is awful.
Yeah, totally.
I think you need to make a separate video that I'm not a part of.
Really?
I don't want to be next to you during this. This sucks.
I have sat next to you through countless things that are much worse than that.
I haven't apologized for him, and that's what feels awkward.
Oh, okay.
I would have stood on that.
Well, it's hard. I can't stand on that.
Okay.
So, my apologies.
All right.
And well wishes to your family, Porter Robinson.
I'm going to go with Marvin Gaye, who is passed.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Marvin Gaye
Me too.
as well. Yeah. Ain't no mountain high enough.
And I'm sure of that, and I won't be apologizing for it because I didn't do it. His dad did. The killing.
Last one on the first side, we've got The Place Where He Inserted the Blade by Black Country New Road versus Lover, You Should Have Stayed by Jeff Buckley.
Hell yeah.
Show me the place where he inserted the blade. Good morning.
Great song. This is like an album I listened to for a while when it first came out, loved it, and then just like almost put up that little fence around it where I'm like, ooh, maybe not for a little while. And then this got me back into it, and I was like, yeah, that's where all that shit is.
Yeah, there are a lot of big epic songs on this record, and I totally understand why this one, or like, Basketball Shoes, similar thing, has kind of like become the favorite of like, this is the best song on this record. There are a lot of great songs on here, but this, like, if you were to just have to pick one, I understand why this one is on here. I also will say we're at that point now that tends to happen with kind of serious or theatrical music where an album comes out, it's very popular, people like it, it's critically acclaimed, it's kind of like the cool thing to like, and then 2 years later, people kind of turn on it a little bit.
Yeah.
They're kind of like, it's overrated.
The people that were quiet, that didn't like it at first.
Or like too theatrical or too serious, all of those things. And I'm like, I just disagree.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of stuff that's come out since then in that world that I am not as impressed by or didn't connect with the same way. And I think there's maybe a little bit of a reason for that. I think this is a very great example of that. And this album is great and should be celebrated. And we don't have to be super critical of things because they're popular.
Yeah. I agree.
I love this. I love this song and this record.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Jeff could sing, man. Mm-hmm. Really excited for documentary just premiered at Sundance of him. That's supposed to be that gas.
Documentary, not biopic?
No, not a biopic.
Okay, nobody's playing Jeff.
No.
All right, that's cool.
It's supposed to be that Gas Packington.
I talked about this a little bit in the albums video, but you guys picked this album for that, and I kind of like returning to it didn't love it the same way other people did, and I kind of still feel that way. I wish I liked it more. His voice doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, it tickles my twine.
Yeah, and that's great. I'm glad it's tickling your twine, it's tickling their twine, and someday I'll get my twine tickled, but for now, Jeff Buckley's voice is the only thing I've tried, and it didn't tickle it.
Right.
So
yeah, I go Buckley here pretty hard, heavy, and oh yeah, do it again. Jeff.
I have to be honest with myself and pick The Place Where He Inserted the Blade, although I totally understand that why the Jeff Buckley song is here and why he's celebrated. Great artist, just doesn't do as much for me as other people.
Totally fine.
Grant?
Show me Black Country New Road.
Fair enough.
Before we get to the second side, have you seen that new movie where Mark Cuban gets mugged by 15 shape-shifting aliens?
No.
Yeah, he really jumps the shark on that one.
Oh, I hate when they do that. I'll take it.
What?
The deal.
They say I'm in.
On fish food, because these sharks ate me up. That's what I'd do on Shark Tank. Call me chum, because I'd let Mark Cuban eat my ass. Then I'd do the jerk off thing.
You know what, mister? That's wonderful.
Mr. Wonderful. Fuck yeah.
He's
Fuck
on there.
Brother.
Ow! Sorry, I got stung by a bee. Oops. First one on this side, we got Beach Life and Death by Car Seat Headrest versus Are We Still Friends by Tyler, the Creator.
Wow.
Another one, I mean, from the same album.
Yeah.
And it's really good, and I understand why this song is so beloved by the fans, but it just is like a pretty good indie rock song to me.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I'll say that.
It is a lot about finding identity and also struggling with like drinking and stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe you could understand that.
I don't struggle to drink. That's hard to identify with.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. Just
It's
it's a little bit of a tilt.
It almost comes naturally.
Right, totally.
It's almost like I was born with it. That, throwing a football, hitting a three.
Things that are difficult for you, we could list those if you want. Opening up.
Not opening up a beer.
True. Yeah, it's just kind of
That's
a
simple.
little bit of a tilt.
Yeah, I can do it one-handed.
Yeah, wrist thing.
Yeah, I can do it with a lighter on a bottle. That's not twist either.
Is there a winter shandy or that's all summer?
Oh yeah, you can winter shandy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what are those? What's
It's
the
cold.
cold?
Ice cold.
Ice cold winter shandy.
Maybe a cranberry in there or something.
Remembering your childhood? That's another one.
I remember I was smaller.
Admitting your faults?
Yeah, I guess, I don't know. Can't even think of one, so yeah. I guess that is a one.
Oh, this one you look right. Touching your toes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Well, I guess you
I mean, I can do it right here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go.
And I chew on them when I'm on the couch alone. Chew on my toes.
Song time.
Are we still friends? Are we still friends?
Love it.
Yeah, I've had my criticisms of Igor over the year. Everybody is probably familiar with those if you've seen our other brackets. This song, though, is fantastic. There's there's probably like 5 songs on Igor that I'm like, well, those are undeniable and great. I don't have to retread. I love the production of this album. It's just the vocals that bother me. But on this song, I mean, this is a classic.
It's an
great.
epic.
Yeah. Are we still friends? Yeah, it's like a swing I'm used to.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be like unbelievably sung either. Like it doesn't need a huge vocal talent. And there are other vocalists on this song that bring it up. Yeah, I love it.
It's a damn near perfect song. I love it too.
Yeah, I like it more than Beach Life and Death by Car Seat Headrest.
I do as well. We are in agreement, man.
Now we got Purple Rain by Prince versus House Keys by Field Medic.
Really stuff you can only get here.
Yeah. I apologize already.
To who?
To everyone.
Oh, shoot.
I wanted to cause you any sorrow.
Wow. I've told the story before, but I hit a cat to this song and I cried. And now every time I hear this song, I hear the crunch of that kitty cat skull under the right front tire of my 2001 yellow Ford Focus.
With license plate, Mellowy.
Blitzing down County Road 2 in Swanton, Ohio. Probably going 90.
Cat never stood a chance.
Hell no. Awesome song, though, an absolute epic. It is the quintessential Prince song. It's one of those ones that I feel like you can go a long time without listening to and you think about it in a certain way, but then you hear it and it's beautiful.
Long song.
Yeah, it's pretty
A
long.
lot of stuff in there.
Trading my creative whim for a level head.
Perfect folk song here.
Oh, man. This narrowly missed my top 32 songs of all time from that bracket. It was on the playlist and just kind of like right at the bottom. I absolutely love this song. We have a little bit of bias because Field Medic is our bre, as he would say. As a guy, obviously I love that guy. This is like my favorite song he's ever written.
Yeah.
It's so unbelievable.
It's very tight. Just has that perfect kind of flow of like a classic folk song. And his voice fits so perfectly and his writing is always undeniable. I don't think he's ever written a bad song, but this one, just the momentum and the melody of it is really, really good.
I mean, when he says that he's just a ballerina straight off of Degas' brush, wow.
I don't know who either of those people are, so
I just said Degas. That's a painter. Ballerina is a type of dancer.
maybe.
No, I mean, no, I'm 100% sure. Yeah. You ever seen like a tutu?
Who?
A tutu?
Who?
No, tutu. It's a type of little dress. For
You're
dancing.
my day guy.
What does that mean?
My day guy. My day one guy. What up, now?
What?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get references and stuff like that. What I do understand is Purple Rain, and what he means by that. Only want to see you standing in that purple rain. I never meant to cause you any sorrow.
What does it mean to only want to see someone standing in that purple rain? What does that mean?
It's like sick or something. It's like good imagery.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Purple Rain here, and I'm not even gonna apologize to my guy.
Well, yeah, I think everybody, including Field Medic, if you're watching this, are expecting Purple Rain to win this matchup. Like, it's Purple Rain by Prince. It's not like,
it's Freebird.
Yeah, it's not like fuck you by the Who Cares in the So-and-Sos, you know?
Right. That's a good song, though.
I mean, yeah, I do like, I was surprised that one didn't get picked, but, it's not A-Team by Ed Sheeran or some shit.
That's a good song, too.
Yeah, I mean, that one's one of his best,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
A-Team.
Running down to the A-Team. I want to see you, A-Team. man. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna go with House Keys. I like it more. Just for me, and not for the world. I'm not saying get rid of Purple Rain. I'm not saying Prince shouldn't be still playing in the league or anything.
Well, he's dead, so.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go with House Keys.
Grant?
I'm going House Keys.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, this is another thing that happens on Hivemind where, yeah, it looks like blasphemy. You look at it, the
I'm not
screenshot.
surprised.
I mean, well, we'll do the screenshot. Like, here you go. All right, we'll move that ahead, and then maybe, we'll like make a you can take a picture of that, put it on Twitter, and be like, these guys shouldn't make music content.
Yeah.
These guys, these white devils don't deserve rights.
Well, it wasn't me.
No, totally. I think maybe you
I deserve rights.
hold up, like maybe you go like this, like you. Oh, okay, yeah, do that, and then I'll do the thing. I'll do the.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
then they'll know that
Yeah.
you voted for Prince and I voted for Field Medic. Now we got When You Sleep by My Bloody Valentine versus This Must Be the Place, Naive Melody, Talking Heads. One of the most iconic rock riffs of all time.
Yeah, and one of my favorites off this album that Rosie got me into maybe 3 years ago. Finally got like enveloped in this record and the sounds of it. I do love this song.
It's pretty undeniable. I know I've seen the Slow Dive versus MBV debates happening, where Slow Dive's kind of like gaining prominence as like the favorite shoegaze band. Nowadays, I think like album for album, Loveless is just a more pioneering feat in that space, and it's like probably a more complete record. Although I maybe like prefer to listen to Slow Dive sometimes, I do think like MBV deserves to be celebrated more as like being inventive, I guess, in the space of rock music. And this song is like, it's like the biggest song off the album, but it like makes sense that it is. It's like a perfect shoegaze, perfect alt rock song. This song has really like, I think we did like a perfect, these songs perfect or something on the second channel where we talked about this one, and I was kind of like, yeah, once you get it, you get it, like, you know, whatever. I've come around and been like, I don't know, this is like an unbelievable song.
Yeah, I love the syncopation and just in that beat, and then it has the room noise, and it almost has like some Marvin Gaye-isms because of that. Like the way he like croons in and out of what sounds like this. It sounds like it's happening in front of you or something, or that like a video of like guys making random noises, and then all of a sudden it's like all the household appliances are making a jam or something. You know, it has
Kind of like a Brave Little Toaster Tarzan situation.
and then it's like
It like clicks in your head like later, it kind of like all the syncopation. And yeah, I agree, it does feel like you're watching like a really talented kind of like weird funk band or something put something together.
Admittedly, I had to just like kind of learn how to enjoy shoegaze and MBV specifically, and come to understand that they are the pioneers that you said they are. I didn't have to learn shit about this Talking Heads song. This is kind of a la Weird Fishes versus Vienna matchup here.
Yeah, I can see that. I think there is something very deeply strange about Talking Heads sound though, that it does take some like getting used to. It takes you a second to recognize what's so brilliant about it and what is so intentional about it. It's like meant to sound, it has all the strange David Byrne things we talked about earlier with the other song, where it's like they decided to sound this way,
right?
And nobody else had decided to sound this way yet.
Yeah, it's like Insane Asylum soul. It's almost like, here's these insane people we locked up. Man, they can play. Yeah. They're really good.
Yeah.
I go Talking Heads here. Narrowly, though. It's a pretty close matchup.
I think this is the closest matchup for me so far, but I'm also going to go with the Talking Heads song because it's just like, it's too undeniable, too important, too, you know, I mean, I could say all these same things about When You Sleep, but yeah, I'm going to go with This Must Be the Place.
That's the thing. You guys made great selections, and it's going to be, you know, someone's going to get their feelings hurt each step of the way. If your song got out early, stick around, and someone else's feelings are going to get hurt.
Next, we got Superman That by Injury Reserve versus Sleep by My Chemical Romance.
Superman That. Oh, now watch me. Now watch me. Man, Soulja Boy needs a verse on that new Tommy Richmond song.
100%. Yeah, if you're like an old person watching this, you're gonna be like, what the hell? How is this somebody's favorite song ever?
Makes sense.
This
It's an awesome track.
Injury Reserve, you never would guess that they went where they went based on their early music, which was just like rapping with like really cool beats, and this is just like a whole different world.
Yeah.
Also, it's called By the Time I Get to Phoenix, right? Is the name of the album, and I think that's a quote from Heat.
Hell yeah.
I was watching Heat the other day. By the time I get to Phoenix,
Hell
maybe
yeah.
that's like a phrase or something, but I think it was in Heat.
That makes sense.
Maybe I'm tripping and it's from something else that I watched, but
Oh, Michael Mann.
it's a fantastic album. R.I.P. Groggs from Injury Reserve. Yeah, it's a very important album. If you have not given it a chance, give it a few listens because it does take a second maybe to click for the untrained ear, but I think it is like an unbelievable emotional feat and an experimental production feat.
For sure.
And we all like feat. So.
Definitely nostalgia train for me there.
I was pleasantly surprised that this was the My Chemical Romance song.
Yeah, me
I
too.
thought it would for sure be Welcome to the Black Parade or even like Famous Last Words or Helena, you know. And
This song is a little better on the ears.
And it was around the same time, but it really reminds me of The Used.
Yeah.
You know, that's like what I like them in that space too.
Me
Because
too.
it like, reminds you that they were like actually kind of a punk band. I know not punk by like the traditional sense, but they were like a punk band.
Yeah.
Like, they weren't just this big anthemic theatrical thing.
Right.
It can be that and at the same time have a real edge to it.
Yeah, this feels more like just rock and roll.
Yeah.
Which I like them in that space a lot more. That being said, I do kind of favor the experimental nature of Injury Reserve, especially in this song. It's just like more, like if I'm going to listen to something today, I want that production of Injury Reserve and just like that type of song a little more, but Sleep is still very nostalgic. I'm like pretty 50-50 here.
Yeah, I go Superman that. I just think it's a more impressive and interesting song. I think like My Chemical Romance has a lot of songs you could take and a lot of songs from that era in general that are like not even just nostalgic, but great rock songs. It's just Superman that is like, you don't get that anywhere else aside from maybe like a clipping song. And so I just prefer that exists in like the lexicon of like music moving forward. And it's so emotional. Like it is a fantastic and important song, I think.
It's a good point. I'm with you. I'll ride with you, brother. Oh, shit. The hell?
What happened?
I just said, I'll ride with you, brother.
I mean, you say stuff like that pretty much all the time.
Yeah.
So I don't really see why that's
Alright.
a big deal.
I'm not trying to make it a big deal. I was just kind of like, oh shit. Sounded pretty cool there for a second.
Yeah, I guess you did sound pretty cool there for a second.
Yeah.
Why didn't we ever do the snail race, by the way?
Oh, because
Remember
it's
that from
animal
back in the-
cruelty.
Oh, okay. Like, we'd keep the snails or no?
Yeah, I was going to destroy the loser.
That's fair, though, if you lose a race. You know,
Yeah.
it's like a horse.
It's like a horse race.
Yeah.
But except I was going to strap it to a bottle rocket.
I mean, that's just awesome. I think
Technically,
everybody could, technically that's awesome. So I feel like people could see where you were coming from.
Would have been the first snail in space.
I don't think a bottle rocket's going to go to space. Well,
If you put 3 of them together.
really?
Yeah, and you time out the wicks.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess I've never tried that. But if you remember what snail race is, comment that downstairs. Then you've been watching Hivemind for a really long time, or saw it on like a compilation channel or something. But it was a pretty good idea that we had, where like if you were like bored by the video, you could just watch the snails race. There'd be a snail cam, and they'd be racing across the desk. And then we were gonna put like little lines of salt to make sure that they didn't
Backtrack.
Yeah, or like that they didn't like fall off.
Yeah.
You
A
know.
border of salt.
Yeah, which is what we've been trying to do too, is make sure we don't fall off. So we got salt everywhere.
That's all.
We've been putting salt just like everywhere.
My skin is dry.
Yeah, I am drying up big time over here. So, all right, now we got 20 Minutes by Lil Uzi Vert versus Walk On By Isaac Hayes.
It's not my city show, but I treat it like my city show. 20 more minutes and 20 more. 20 more minutes.
That I listening to this was like, this is one of my favorite rap songs of the last like 10 years.
Yeah, it's
15
undeniable.
years. It's insane.
Yeah.
I always I knew this song, obviously, and I understand that it's a very popular and like beloved early Uzi song, but I was like listening to it like I was addicted to it. I would start the playlist every time with this song and was like, how did they do that?
Yeah.
Like, how did they make something so undeniable and fun to listen to? Sometimes I would literally get done with the song and just start it over again.
Yeah, Uzi is one of the few rappers that can find that pocket that is so simple and just fill it with like each line like kind of feels iconic, or like just you almost know it before you know it.
Yeah.
And it's just like so sticky and so catchy and like not overly complex or like fully loaded to the brim. It just like it's a perfect dish.
I'm gonna make kind of like a blasphemous comparison, but like in like the 70s and 80s when there were songs that were just about really like mundane things about being a musician, but made into something like there's something really cool about the fact that Uzi is just writing a song about how there's 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Until they have to go on stage.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is. And also the melodic instinct is crazy
Yeah.
to just be like, 20 more minutes until I'm on.
Yeah.
20 more minutes until I'm on. They were very young when they made this song. And that is like really cool to me that you can tell it comes naturally. The same way
Yeah.
I feel about Future and Young Thug. I think Uzi has that thing where
Yeah.
like they don't have to think about it. They're just like feeling it and doing it. And it's just hilarious that I really do picture Lil Uzi Vert sitting in the green room 20 minutes before, and there's just that's what's going on in their life at that moment is 20 minutes until the show. Excited for it.
Yep.
There are women around. There's like, whatever's going on in Uzi's life, and it's just like 20 more minutes until I'm on. I imagine it was recorded 20 minutes before a show. It has to be.
Yeah.
So I love it. I can't sing its praises enough, and I'm glad that it's going up against Walk On By Isaac Hayes in the first round.
And walk on by.
Yeah, I mean, like one of the best soul records of all time. The organ in there, it has sprinkles of like some psych rock in the tone of the guitar, like when that fusion starts happening with soul music. This has like a little more edge than like your early Motown records and stuff. Isaac Hayes was like a badass. This is hot buttered soul.
Yeah. I get almost like cowboy energy.
Yeah, it has that, the way that guitar like rings out.
And just the vocals, like there's something
Yeah.
so smoky about it, like welcome back. Like you
Yeah.
can kind of imagine it country crooning,
Yeah, and it builds to this song just continuously develops. It's just classic soul arrangement. This isn't fair.
No, it's not. It's not fair to me as a huge fan of 20 Minutes by Lil
Yeah.
Uzi Vert, and yeah, it's not fair to have this happening in the first round.
No,
And so
this is Bronny playing LeBron in 1-on-1. Yeah,
I don't think it's Bronny. I
Yeah.
would say it's more like it's like Amen Thompson playing Michael Jordan in his prime,
Yeah.
one-on-one.
Yeah,
I'm
there you
excited
go.
about Amen Thompson.
of course.
He's great.
Yeah.
But I mean, is he gonna beat Michael Jordan one-on-one? Probably not.
Don't see
I
how
don't
that
see how
could
that-
happen.
Yeah, but I'm gonna root for him, so I'm gonna go with 20 Minutes by Lil Uzi Vert.
Okay, I'll go with Walk On By, and if Grant makes the wrong choice here,
Yeah, I like sometimes if you ever seen our brackets, I like to do a protest shot.
That's
It
right.
doesn't really, I'm just shooting a gun into the air and going, I'm wrong. I want to be wrong this time. So I don't even believe what I said.
okay.
Yeah.
Grant.
Yeah, I'll take 20 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you knew what he was gonna do. You're fucked up.
No,
for
I
doing that.
didn't.
Yes,
I
you
don't
did.
know I didn't.
Yes, he did. Grant's not gonna choose Isaac Hayes. Don't be an idiot.
Why wouldn't he choose Isaac Hayes?
'Cause
This
he
is clearly a
doesn't love-
better song.
He doesn't love classic soul music more than 20 Minutes by Uzi. Of course you knew that.
Well, yeah, but it's just so clearly a better song. I can't
You
believe
chose
anybody
the
would
wrong
pick
one.
20 Minutes
Yeah.
by Lil Uzi Vert.
Whatever,
you know?
dude. Move it on.
20 more minutes until I'm on.
That
20
is
more
a-
minutes until I'm on.
The bracket is bust.
20 more minutes until I'm on. 20 more minutes until I'm on.
I'm ashamed I work here. It's embarrassing, honestly. That is like a schmear on our...
On our bagel.
No,
It's a nice schmear.
it's a schmear on our
morning
legacy.
bagel.
And our credibility, honestly, as people, just on Earth.
You can do another screenshot if you want.
I don't care what you do at this point because
Okay.
it's wrong.
All right, here we go. We'll set up the screenshot one more time.
I don't want to do music content anymore.
Now we got Pink and White by Frank Ocean versus Sadness as a Gift by Adrian Lenker.
If the sky is pink and white, if the ground is black and yellow, it's the same way you
I think the most iconic arrangement on Blonde. You can just hear that. Like that is like, it's just like three things. And it's perfect. The way they're sewn together. That like, the way the drums are recorded and that little beat with that piano melody. It just all fits. So
Yeah, there's like a
beautiful.
slight drag to it.
Yeah.
It's a Pharrell thing.
Yeah.
And Pharrell has vocals on this song too.
It's just so simplified, but it's just like, it's almost like, it reminds me of like Footsteps in the Dark or something. Not in like how it sounds, but just it's like iconicism.
Yeah.
It's just like that song starts and it's like, yeah, that's it. And I do feel like down the line, like that'll be sampled sampled. Like those drums will be repurposed, that piano line will be repurposed because it just is like, it sits in our generation and people slightly ahead and before us mind as like a symbol or something.
Yeah, and I think this has kind of become the biggest song from the record. It's like the one that I was surprised by how many streams it had. I was like, whoa. I think it's super iconic and super beautiful. It's like one of the more instantaneous songs on the record too. There aren't a lot of those. They like take time, like, you know, Ivy or White Ferrari or those songs, like it takes a second to sit with them. This and Nights kind of hit right when you hear them. You're like, oh yeah, that's a really great song anybody could love.
It's less of an abstract piece and more like, fuck, look at that.
And I bet you will. We could see the sadness as a gift and still.
I mean, one of my most listened to songs since it's come out. If you took like the time since Sadness as a Gift came out to now, and really any other song in that same amount of time, it stands right next to most songs. I feel like this song is fucking perfect. You could say whatever you want about it. I've gone on about it in our end of year video. We kind of all did.
Adrian Lenker is a fantastic songwriter, but even this has some sort of like special magic in it. There's like something beyond like the fantastic Adrian Lenker song. That this is like a Criterion collection sort of like it sits in a space that's like I want to show it to my dad and my grandma and be like, no, music still has this thing.
I feel like she's such a great songwriter and every song she makes is good, but there's like songs that are like conceptual or like, oh, I wanted to write this kind of song. This has the feeling of like she kind of had to do this one. It has like that purpose in it where it's like it feels beyond personal. It's like this is like direct. It's almost less conceptual. It just is like so straightforward. Like she had to say this. And the subtleties in the "You can write me, I hope you will, I bet you will." Like just like the changing of the little lyrics and the hook. You can see the music inside my mind. Like, come on. Come on. I take it over, Frank. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I do too.
All right. I'm not happy, but
yeah, Pink and White is a fantastic song. It has a really tough first round matchup. Is what happened.
So did "Walk On By" Isaac Hayes. So you know, just the way the bracket shook out.
I'm really excited for this right here. You know.
Well, I'm not.
Now we got Wesley's Theory by Kendrick Lamar versus Paprika by Japanese Breakfast.
At first I did love you.
That's like a mad scientist.
I really do imagine somebody with like white frizzy hair doing
Because with the bass too, it sounds like you've like thrown something into a vat and it's blah, 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 like it's like gurgling out and you're like toying with things in a beaker and the way like you don't even see the melodies coming. It's like you putting wires together and then it works.
I mean like Thundercat's like Doc Brown or whatever and Kendrick is like Marty McFly. So there's stuff in this song that like I still, regardless of if I know what Kendrick's saying, there's certain sounds that he makes with his voice that like I just say it this way. It's like platinum on everything, platinum on Wary Brain. It's like you just gotta like right to a game in a bad bitch show. It's like it's just really like just frantic energy and it's a really important like message and idea, and I feel like this is really Kendrick in a storytelling bag that is almost like too abstract for his audience. This is the reason that To Pimp a Butterfly at the time was like, or not even at the time, like in phases kind of gets the treatment of being like, oh, you're pretending to be smart to like that. It's really Good Kid, Mad City, and Damn are the two best records. To Pimp a Butterfly, oh, come on, you're trying to be whatever about it, and like obtuse or something. And I'm like, no, this is really fun to listen to, but also like really somebody like getting into a song and exploring every corner of it, you know? And it's a perfect song to me. It's like one of my favorite rap songs ever made.
Yeah, it gives you early Parliament too. Like it's just so bombastic. Paprika, please. Song I got really into because of this playlist. I love it. I love that military role. I love the vocal stylings of Japanese Breakfast. It wasn't like the first time I've ever heard this band or this person. Great tune, but it's, this is a straw hat next to a steel building kind of deal.
Of every song in this bracket, this is the one I was most excited to see show up here. Not because it's not a great song, but I was just like, it came out of nowhere. You could have given me like 5,000 guesses of what songs would show up here. I never would have said this song, especially because like it's on the same record as Be Sweet, which is not just because it's the most popular song off the record, but to me, it's like such a fantastic song. I was kind of surprised that Paprika would make it over that. I mean, it's a great song, and I think Jay Brecky's a great songwriter. It just, I mean, it's not. It's, yeah, Wesley's Theory is, you know, I think she would probably agree.
Yeah, I'm sure Field Medic would agree that House Keys is better than Purple Rain, too. So, glad we're all on the same page again, and we can just focus on the bracket of our fans' favorite songs. Let's just dial in, man, and just focus on what music's better than the other music. You know?
Totally, man.
And kind of give, like, our opinion. You know?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. No protesting, no weird votes for fun or laughs or screenshot or, like, baiting. Let's just talk about what music's better.
20 more minutes until I'm on.
Okay, yeah.
All right, now we got Banshee Beat by Animal Collective versus Me and Your Mama by Childish Gambino.
Super nostalgic for me, too. This record and this kind of like sound of Animal Collective just reminds me of a time where I was in bands. They were the cutting edge.
Bands, it didn't have them though.
They were the cutting edge of the music that I like felt
back when he was broke
on a distant level. I was participating in, and you always just like look to them as like wild inspiration. You're like, oh, this sound can go so much. It can go to space. You know, it doesn't have to be grounded in just like this rootsy indie folk kind of thing. Like they took it to a different place.
Yeah, this song and all of early Animal Collective made me, as a boy, think I should live in the woods. And rub mud all over me and take psychedelics. And then I realized, oh, I probably shouldn't do that. I'll probably just get a job.
You'll die.
Well, yeah, I'll get a job and then I'll die someday.
Well, no, you'd die in the woods with mud and on acid.
Oh, totally, yeah. I mean, but at the same time, I was like, I was cool with that.
Yeah.
I was like,
because like,
fine.
What is death?
Right, like what is death but rebirth? I'll probably come back as like an indie rock guy. I'll probably come back as somebody who could play the drums
That'd be
better.
sick.
No thanks to Cliff, a drum teacher growing up. He couldn't teach me much, but
Probably because you were a stubborn prick.
okay, I didn't know we were gonna be doing that today. Cliff was trying to teach me AC/DC songs, and I didn't want to learn that crap. That's really
That's
what
your
it
fault.
is. Well, it's also AC/DC's fault.
For rocking so hard?
No, for sucking cock at
Don't
making music.
say that. Hell's bells!
That wasn't for me, man.
Yeah.
And Cliff didn't get that. Cliff didn't understand. I wanted to learn broken social scene songs. You forgot it in People, Cliff. It's really good. And he was like, nope, we're learning AC/DC and fucking Smoke on the Water. And I'm like, why learn that on the drums? I get it. It's the guitar song you learn, but why the drums? Whatever. Cliff was a dick. Yeah, this is not my favorite Animal Collective song, but it is long, and that's, I think, why people picked it.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I've always struggled with just the authenticity of this song.
You hit me on hit me like a nail there.
Because I like it. Like,
Me too.
When it's, I'm like, this is great, but it's like an impression.
Yeah, I mean, this is like, I have a hard time even like trying to say what I'm trying to say here, because it is everything I like, technically.
Right.
I am actively trying not to be that pretentious or bitter or sour about like the reimagining of things that I liked, because even the core of what I liked was reimagining something else, and I realized that, and I can trace music back somewhat effectively, and everything owes homage to everything else, but I don't feel as if this era of Childish Gambino or like the resurfacing of this like powerhouse funk soul stuff is like improving on it or taking it a step any further, and not just like repackaging it and like almost, I don't know, it's like Greta Van Fleet or something. It's like you're tricking people into the idea that you invented it at times, and like that's at its worst. But like if someone puts this on, I'm like, play something from the 70s. There's a lot of other there's better versions of it for sure, and it is a good song. I don't know. I don't want to get into murky waters here by any means, but
My comparison is that it's like Jordan Peele making a mobster movie. Like, I like Jordan Peele as a director. Like, I think he's made good but if he tries to make Goodfellas or something, or The Godfather, like, you could just watch those movies.
that's fair.
You know? I'm just saying, like, I think you kind of have to go through a few layers of believing this for it to fully work, because it has to be, like, electrifying. That is the type of song that it is, and I just see it as a little bit of, like, an imitation, like a just put together like monster version of the thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm impressed that he could do it, but I'm not convinced by it, so I don't feel it in my bones.
Here's my great comp. This is like Jamie Foxx just releasing like a blues album on piano. This is an actor who is a really good musician just stepping into, like Jamie Foxx played a great Ray Charles. It was awesome. He could sound just like him and he's great at the piano. But if he makes like a jazzy blues album and sings like, oh, I'm going to be like, hey, you're a great actor. Wow, great acting.
Right. It's like Seth MacFarlane doing the Frank Sinatra shit.
Yeah, I'm like, wow.
Well, yeah, you're good, really good.
Awesome impression.
It's amazing that you did that. But yeah, I know what you're doing though.
Yeah,
you know?
nice. You're not gonna trick
Yeah,
me.
good job with the talking dog. I get it.
Yeah, and the
But-
music that's being acted upon here comes from like, I don't know, a place of like such like bizarre and genuine artistry. Like all the artists who made this music before, like Afrofuturism, funk stuff, they like came in on spaceships and were dyeing their hair. And like if you ever see interviews with like anybody from that era, they're like freaks.
Yeah.
And that's not to say our guy Donald here isn't a freak, but like he will sit cross-legged and be like, the process of this album was like, obviously I had to get vintage tapes and we wanted the drum sound of like this era. And he's like,
Does he do that?
yeah, I mean, he talks about things like in a very like heady or technical way more so than like a freak artist.
See, I feel like he does not do that. At least I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Like him talk that way. I've always just seen him more be like a personality at odds with the criticism of him.
Okay.
I mean, when he talks about like TV or whatever, I think there's like a little bit of a different thing. But I've never seen him be pretentious about like recreation in the same way a lot of musicians are. I think it's more that he is constantly trying to prove himself.
Yeah,
And
sure.
I think that comes with a cost of like believing it all the way. And I will do my hypocrisy check here because I really like Bruno Mars and I understand that Bruno Mars' last 5 years of his career has basically been imitating like New Jack Swing.
Yeah.
And I, for some reason, kind of believe that, or at least let myself believe it to have as much fun with it. And so
Yeah.
like, that's my hypocrisy check. I totally like get that maybe you don't have to all the way believe this. I just listened to the first 8 years of Childish Gambino's career, which was him being like Asian girls everywhere. And then he's like, oh, let me do some 70s soul music.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't love Bruno Mars for the record.
Oh, I do.
You know what I mean? I like the sound of his voice. And I like the record he did with Anderson .Paak.
Yeah, which is also the same thing.
Yeah, but that's also like not something I return to constantly.
Yeah.
That's like I appreciate it, I guess, and I saw it live, and that was great. But like I'm never going to bat for that. And all this to be said, this is still a really tough matchup for me because sonically I do like Me and Your Mama, and every time I got to it in the playlist, I'm like. But then I put myself just in the context of like, if I'm chilling in a room with people and someone puts it on, I'm like, why?
Yeah, that's
What's
true.
up with that? Like, why'd you choose that
What's
one?
up with that?
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
I think on an originality standpoint, I narrowly go Banshee Beat.
Yeah, but by that same metric, Animal Collective, they're not animals.
Or they're whites.
I don't even know that they're white, but
Pretty sure.
at least one of them probably
At least
is.
one of them's
One
white.
of them's white, but like, I don't know how much I believe that they live in the woods and talk to spirits either, or whatever they're doing.
I believe it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll go with it, but it is narrow for
Sucks.
me. Yeah.
I didn't even, I was trying to avoid going on any sort of rant there, and we didn't.
Yeah, we didn't. That was short. All right, now we got Close by Blade versus Step by Vampire Weekend.
Finally. Simple matchup that I'm sure I won't get in a fight over.
I get in your way, but you get in my way, 'cause you are everything when I'm seeing you.
One of the more undeniable Blade melodies, but on this record, it's not one of my favorite songs. I don't even know. I was so surprised that this was on here. The criticism that Drain Gang gets, I always think is kind of unfounded for like sounding like shit, but this song is literally recorded like shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's not produced super well. I think the beat is cool and everything, but like Blade's vocals sound like they did it wrong. Like
Yeah.
they didn't do it right. It's just that melody is and the lyrics there, the phrasing is so catchy that it sticks with you, but that's only part of the song.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I was shocked to see this here over a bunch of Blade songs that I think are genuinely fantastic.
Yeah, just listening to this playlist through and it's songs like this that get me a little further from whatever the truth is going on in Drain Gang. Like there are songs off his new album that I'm like emotionally charged. Oh, this is cool. It's kind of like this crazy image like Barry buried between this weird sonic verse, and then I just hear songs like this, and I'm like, what? I don't know. I've never been able to contextualize it from like the ground up, so I feel like I like get my head like poked through a window sometimes, and I'm like, oh, that looks cool, and then other times I'm like 100 miles away, being like, what is it?
Yeah.
The gloves of love, the wisdom teeth, our eyes, what you on about?
I've started playing this song at bars more. When I get on the jukebox, it's kind of a jammer. It's kind of turned into a dive bar jam for me, which I never saw that life for it.
This one is it's a complicated thing because it is, you know, it's a Souls of Mischief, like it's a white guy doing a rap thing. Like, I mean, hearkening back and definitely like paying homage to it, but at the same time it does, like, there's a way to look at this where it's like the corniest thing you've ever heard.
Yep.
Especially because they started off as like yacht rock. They like single-handedly spiked the sales of Sperry's when they came out. And like chubbies and shit. Button-down shirts tucked into shorts. Like, you know, they were doing the thing. Like, people were like, I've now mustered up the strength to admit that my parents have a boat because of Vampire Weekend's popularity.
And I can still write poetry. That was the thing, was like being like, yeah, so what, I'm rich, and I'm sad about it sometimes. It's like, okay, that's weird, but I'm with it.
Be like, I went to Parsons.
And it sucked. I had no friends.
Yeah, I didn't know what I wanted to major in. I was there for 7 years. It cost $1 million, and I have zero debt. God damn it, I'm married to Rashida Jones.
But yeah, this album, it finds its way back into my life pretty routinely.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I fucking, there's not a fucking miss on it. I fucking love it. And this song fucking rocks.
There might be a miss on it for me, but it's not this song.
No.
This song is undeniable. It is great. He says it's such a modest mouse.
Yeah, Blade can suck it.
Well, this isn't like Blade's catalog versus Vampire Weekend's catalog to me.
Yeah.
That would be a tight matchup. This is not this is not a tight matchup for me though. It's step handily.
I'm trying to get stepped on by a baddie. I want to be a chair, dude. You know what I mean when I say shit like that?
I totally know.
I want to be treated like a chair by a big, beautiful blonde. I want to be a dining room chair.
Sometimes I want to be a couch or a lazy boy or whatever.
Oh, I want to be like a little chair, and there's only one place to sit.
You.
Yeah, it's me.
I was guessing, but
You got it. Hang your jacket on the back and take a seat, and don't leave till your legs go numb, or my legs go numb.
Are you?
My face is the
Your
seat.
face is the seat.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm
there
like
a back
maybe
in
I'm
there?
like on my knees with my arms up or something as the back. I don't know how it works. but
That wouldn't make any sense, right?
like this. I don't know.
You'd have to do one of these.
Maybe a back bend of some kind, like a back bridge.
Yeah, I worry about her comfortability because it doesn't feel like you're gonna have an effective like back of the chair, you know, to rest like how we are, like this. You know, I feel like
She'll be
it'd
comfortable.
be more of like a stool.
I'm a stool then. I don't care. I want to be sat on.
Maybe okay, I figured it out. So she would sit facing this way, and maybe you can get your legs up behind you, and that's the back of the chair.
Perfect.
But then you won't have elevation because I don't think you'll be off the ground.
That's fine. I want to be kind of pressed into it.
I don't think she's going to be very comfortable that way.
So we'll have to try it out.
I've never really understood how to be a chair. Rick Owens figured it out.
A chair is not a chair unless you're sitting there.
Now we got 327 by West Side Gun, Joey Badass, and Tyler the Creator versus Nights by Frank Ocean.
I told him, wait a minute. Praise Pope for the way I did it.
I swear Paris what we pray for.
I mean, probably the best hook Joey's ever like made outside of his own music.
Yeah, I do. You don't hear him on the hook of for many features. He just does a verse, but
he's very melodically like intuitive, and I feel like the land on this just is like such a good juxtaposition to the verses, and like I don't know, it's pungent.
this is just like a perfect rap song. Like I was listening to it and was like, man, I kind of slept on like keeping this in my rotation. I listened to it like a lot when it came out.
Yeah.
And then I was like, man, like why don't I listen to this more? This is like a classic rap song.
Yep.
It is like
I agree.
perfect front to back. I love the way that their voices all work together.
Yeah.
But also just the production is so it's undeniable, smoky Griselda New York production. You know?
Yeah, it's Doom-esque at times. It's fucking fire.
Change it. Back when Boswell and Percy had it active. Couple bishops in the city building mansions.
I mean, that little tight fucking hi-hat, the sicko mode, the what have yous, the rapping of the Frank, the poop.
What?
It's such a good song, dude.
It's yeah.
It's cream. It's cream on the inside. It's cream on the outside. It's cream in my pants kind of tune.
It's like a cheat code song. It's one that, like, when you remember that you're allowed to listen to it whenever you want, you're like, oh fuck, well that's gonna be on a lot. Like that's how did I forget?
Yeah.
You know, it is also one that it felt like you're the cheap pick when Blonde came out to be your favorite. Everybody was like trying to pick other songs on it, whatever, and then like eventually you come around and you realize, like, right now, current day, that's the best song on Blonde. It is my favorite song to listen to on Blonde. And I could listen to it over and over again and not get tired of it. Yeah. It is unbelievable, and I think it will stand the test of time as that.
That's what I vote for here.
So do I. A tough matchup for 327. I was pleasantly surprised. Like, when I was like, that's on here, then I listened to it and was like, oh, yeah, look, I'm fucking stupid. I should have been listening to this more.
Same.
But Nights I mean, that's generational.
Tough matchup for Walk On By Isaac Hayes as well.
20 more minutes until I'm on. 20 more minutes until I'm on.
It's a tough matchup for a Field Medic as well, but he overcame the odds there.
90210, Travis Scott versus Simulation Swarm by Big Thief. Another thing that we like to do on this channel is stuff like that.
Told my auntie put them poles down. Now you know you love your own. Now hit the stage, they got they.
Yeah, we need more shit like this from Travis.
Yeah, this is like a bridge between generations too. I like to think about it now, and I'm like, the sample, how Kanye inspired it is, how Kid Cudi inspired it is, and then like kind of just working its way into the new era that, like, you know, now I feel like it's, you know, Travis Scott, Cardi, and The Weeknd, even in a certain sense, like have kind of defined this like hi-fi cinematic rap sound, and I'm like, this was the song that like took us there.
At its best, I love how big and hi-fi Travis's music can be now, but it just feels like trying to be too much larger than life, and this is just so like grounded and like feels like
he wasn't a robot yet.
No, this feels like a person delivering me a song, and still has a really great and unique voice. It's piano in the room. It sounds like a beat.
Something like tangible, like something you can touch.
Yeah, he's not
feel.
on top of Mercedes-Benz Stadium singing with like a fiery trombone to the heavens. He's like Zeus now. And at this point, he was just kind of like a gladiator or something.
Yeah, and he's like actually rapping with like a flow instead of like a, let me send my voice into like a digital ether, and then and it'll just kind of go there, and then you're supposed to kind of just like hit each other to it. Not to like fully rag on what Travis is doing now. It has gotten a little bit stale to me personally, but this reminds me that he was once a person.
31st floor of the simulation swarm with a drone of fluorescent.
Yeah.
If you're watching this, you're a big rap fan, and you saw the Adrian Lanker song earlier, this is Adrian Lanker's band, and if you haven't listened to it, you really should. But, this is a great song.
It is a great song, and I love Big Thief. I'm more of a solo Adrian fan, but this is the example where like the backing band really helps the momentum of the song. Yeah, it's an excellent, it's a perfect song.
There's also just a lot of bands from around the time where Big Thief like first came out that I don't want to say like that it was a mistake to do any of this, but a lot of those bands decided to like rock harder, like heavier guitars, heavier drums or whatever. And I feel like what has made Big Thief so exciting is like, not to say that there aren't moments like that, but it's like so subtle and there's something
gentle.
like classy and tasteful about that. It makes it feel like it appeals to or comes from, you know, an older time.
Yeah, it feels like the power went out in the band room, and they're like playing with like pencils and like a wooden spoon, and like hey, bust out that old guitar. We haven't. Let's try an acoustic out.
My computer's acted up. Let's do. What's the thing? Yeah. The wood.
Get the trash can over here. I'm gonna play it with paintbrushes.
Yeah, like that's. But it is the thing where I'm like, I can show this to, you know, and I'd said that about the Adrian Lanker song, but like I can show this to my parents or whatever. Like, there's nothing that removes it. Like, it could have existed in the 70s. You know.
All that being said, I go 90210 here.
Well, I know who's sitting across from us right now. That's the biggest Big Thief fan and Adrian Lanker fan.
I don't want you to think about him.
No, I know. I'm just deciding. I mean, I know where it's going. I have the full decision here now.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, like, if I choose 90210, that moves on.
Unless Grant jumps over here and kills us both.
Right.
Which could be the case.
And if I choose Simulation Swarm, that's moving on. Yep. So, yeah, I'm going to go 90210. It's close, but
I'd like rather listen to anything or Sadness as a Gift. This probably comes in third, but those other two solo Adrian songs are those are just like more in my rotation. And 90210 is like, wow, love that song.
Yeah.
Sorry, Grant.
I actually would have voted 90210.
Hell yeah.
Oh, fuck you guys.
That's on the Deadlokes.
Fuck you guys. All right. Passion Fruit by Drake versus Lua by Bright Eyes. I don't know, man. I don't know why we do this.
At least it's not Walk On By Isaac Hayes.
Passionate from miles away. Passive with the things you say.
I'll say it upon re-listening to this playlist a bunch. It could have something to do with the recent, what happened between, you know what I mean? He got...
Certified pedophile.
Yeah. This song used to be very whimsical to me, and I would really get lost in the space with it, and I felt like I was almost swirling in a lava lamp with Drizzy as we got drunk on like a peach sparkling wine or something.
See, I feel like Drake was like a city, okay? And there was a big explosion. Clearly, a lot of stuff got damaged. I felt like Passion Fruit and like Feel No Ways.
Yeah.
And like maybe a few other, like those were kind of,
On the
I was like,
outskirts.
oh, those were unscathed somehow. Like I listened to this and it has no, I'm not even like, that's the guy who did the Heart Part 6. That's the guy who like, to me it felt very like almost separate. Like I'm kind of like, I can enjoy that in a way that doesn't feel invested in Drake as like a character or as a rapper or any of his like ethos really. It's just kind of like, that's an undeniably great song to listen to.
I like the Paramore cover more now.
Really?
Low key.
That's an insane. I mean, that was fine, but come on. Passionate from miles away.
I've heard it, man. It's a great song. It's lost a bit of its shine.
Not for me. Remains unscathed for me. I love this song.
So many men stronger than me have thrown their backs out.
Yeah, this song will never die.
Yeah, I was gonna say Passion Fruit unscathed. Never been this song.
There's something to be said, like we did the Childish Gambino rant, and I'm such a fan of old folk or old soul music and funk music. But then you have Lua, and I'm such a fan of old folk and like singer-songwriters like Bob Dylan, and this obviously kind of walks that same road, but Connor remains like so authentic and just like an actual like person with shit to say or something to add on that. Like you can play a simple 2-5-1 fucking folk chord progression. He's not reinventing the guitar or chords or even melody, but his voice is singular and the writing is like so uniquely poetic and like at times very stark, at times very abstract, and just like consistently so emotional. It can stand right up there with those other greats.
Yeah, and also it's like, while the Bob Dylan comparisons were and are warranted, Conor Oberst at this time was a 25-year-old living in New York City, writing about his life in like a simple folk song sort of way, which is not like at all, like that's not a Bob Dylan thing.
Is he even
you know?
Jewish?
No, he's not. Well,
Exactly.
I guess I don't know for sure, but
Oberst.
I mean, I don't know.
Oberst ain't Jewish.
It's a matriarchal thing anyway. So
It's a matrix that we live in.
totally, man. Wow. That hurt.
That hurt.
It hurt really
You are
bad.
getting so fragile.
I don't like when you touch me, but
That doesn't mean it hurts.
this is like sadness is a gift in a certain way too, where I'm like, before this song existed, how did it not or already exist? I don't know. Like this is just a timeless songwriting. It's like, you know,
Move it on. Sorry, Drake.
keep going to the bathroom. Always say you'll be right back.
That's about Blow or Cat.
It's about cocaine.
or Tootsie.
And it took me a second to know that because I grew up with this song. And
Yeah, I
didn't
thought she had a
understand.
little bladder.
Yeah, see, I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was like about like an eating disorder or something.
It could be still.
But yeah, it's like, you know, with your eyes all painted black, keep going to the bathroom, always say you'll be right back. It takes one to know one, kid. I think you got it bad. And it's like he's also doing, and that was around the time it was coke and drinking for Mr. Oberst. But
Tootsie. Could have been Tootsie too.
Huh?
Could have been Tootsie B.
Oh, I thought you meant Tootsie, like the melodic
Yeah,
rapper from the South.
No. Let's move Lua forward. I saw Papoose last night, by the way.
Papoose, like the rapper? Okay, where'd you see
I
Papoose?
saw him at Little Caesars Arena.
Oh, now he was there now, huh?
Yeah, Papoose was there with a champion female boxer from Flint. She had the belt on.
Oh, they're making that movie about her. I think.
Yeah, I think
Is that
so.
who it is? Is that I know there's a boxer from around here that they're making a movie
and
about.
she knocked out Hooper, the Pistons mascot, last night.
Oh,
He
shit.
wanted the challenge, and she went and knocked his
fuck.
ass out, and they showed it on replay.
Oh, fuck.
That's right. Hooper came back and did a body slam on a breakable table of the Hawks mascot. So
Does this usually happen at basketball? This doesn't feel like basketball.
it was
they doing
Sideshow
that?
Bob last night. That's what
Okay.
it felt like.
All right.
It's chaos.
Yeah.
Papoose was in the building though.
Off the Remy, head up by Poos, hey. A minor. Sorry. Now we got Basketball Shoes by Black Country New Road versus Runaway by Kanye West. Another epic by Black Country New Road
Yeah.
from Ants From Up There. It's like 10 minutes long. It's a fantastic and emotional song. I think I've come to prefer some of those more instantaneous ones. I get why these are the ones like I talked about earlier with the other song, but it's just kind of like, it's great, but sometimes I'm not strapping in because that's too long of a road trip for me.
Yeah, and I think out of the epic ones, the place where he inserted the blade, I much prefer.
Yeah, me too.
This one gets a little too raw. Like for me, this is like in the garage fucking breaking shit and screaming at a picture of your ex-wife. Once you saw her on the news with the mayor or something.
Yeah.
Like, there she is. And the place where I'm going to insert the blade in the mayor while he's sleeping is probably in his throat 60 to 75 times. It'll be one of those investigations where they're like, he had to hate this guy because he was dead at 8.
Do you think it's going to be an investigation? I feel like they
What?
got pretty
They
good
have to
evidence.
investigate
They got pretty
everything.
good evidence here.
They have to investigate everything, and I'm going to try my darndest to frame you, so.
Me?
Well, I got access to your house, and you, it's going to, yeah.
This is all like right here. Got it.
Yeah, but I got it worked out.
How? I mean,
Fake a plane crash, Cuba.
okay, your alibi is gonna be death.
It's one of them, yeah, it'll be one of them. And then if they catch me, I got another one worked out. Sorry,
Yeah,
I guess,
don't
in
know what to say
advance.
about that, but
It's the mayor's fault.
I don't think it's the mayor's fault. It's your ex-wife too.
You're right, it's
she can
that
do whatever-
bitch's fault.
No, she can do whatever she wants. She's not married to you anymore. She
Yeah,
can
you're right, she can do whatever she
whatever
wants.
city official she wants to.
Yeah, you're damn right she can. And she can pay the price,
No,
which is watching him bleed out.
I don't like that.
She'll have to watch, too.
Why?
Look at what you made me do.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, you got issues or something.
Oh, big time. Once the mayor drove me here.
The mayor drove you here?
To insanity. Hello, where I'm at.
Does he have a nice car? I mean, he's the mayor. He gets paid like $6,000 a year.
You know, that's weird. I looked up how much. What?
I know.
Okay.
I know what you looked up.
I looked
You
up.
looked up how much the Grosse Pointe Park
Mayor gets paid, and it's $6,000 a year.
Yeah.
I would love to have told that.
Yeah, you should.
But yeah, but then you were just kind of saying
know.
every word right behind me.
I know what you looked up, and I know what you did.
Yeah, I wanted to run for mayor, but then I looked at how much you get paid.
Well, it seems to me, based on the fact that that's an illegal wage, it's a supplemental job. It's part-time. I don't think you have to do much as the mayor of Grosse Pointe Park.
What if I wanted to?
No, you can. That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't be like your only job.
Yeah.
Like you just get $6,000 extra to be
Like go to a city council meeting every month or something.
yeah, like once a month or something.
Yeah, but I want to like build a wall
Where? What you want to build a wall where?
somewhere in the town.
To separate what? Like what's the wall for?
Oh, it's symbolic, and I'd probably write the names of maybe like the Vietnam War vets on it or something in town.
Is that like part of the city's history? I feel like.
What? I'm sure someone that fought in Vietnam lives in the park. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I just say, yeah, okay. Do you have to be born there to be the like, or how does the mayor stuff
no.
work? Okay, I just yeah. No.
Was Barack Obama born in the USA? No, but he became the
Yeah,
mayor.
no, he was.
But he became the mayor.
Wasn't he born in Hawaii?
Yeah, exactly. My point.
Okay.
It's essentially Fiji, brother.
No, it's it's a state. It's one of the five states.
It's a state of madness, is what it is. That's where I've been driven to. I'm the mayor.
I guess if you can't beat him, become him. You'll become the
It's
mayor?
her.
Oh,
in
her.
Grosse Pointe Park situation, yeah. And in my ex-wife situation, yeah.
You've said him the whole time.
She is him in a lot of ways, but politically speaking.
This is fucking all right.
Play the song already.
Yep.
Let's have a toast for the douchebags. Let's have a toast for the assholes.
Talk about putting me on. You guys. You guys for real did a serious number here. I'm scared. I'm not going to lie.
What are you scared of?
I'm scared Kanye's going to face like a real deal cancellation in the next like 5 years. And I know that's crazy to say after what he said, but like I feel like something bad's a brewing.
I could see that.
I just got a bad feeling and I'm nervous, I guess.
Yeah. For now, I think the allegation that I'll level against Kanye is that this has just got to be the most overrated song of the last 25 years.
You think so?
Yeah. It's good. It's actually great. It's just like, I've listened to it now enough times that I'm like, this the best song of all time? Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, let's have a toast to the douchebags.
No one did that
Let's
before,
have a
dude.
toast to the assholes. It's great. Like, again, it's great.
Great melody.
But it's not like, I sent this girl a picture of my dick. That can't be on the best song of all time. I'm sorry, it just can't.
It's a really complex piano part. That's what I will say. How does someone think of that?
That's true, yeah.
Let's take all the notes away. Wait a minute. Leave that one.
Well, there's another one.
Yeah.
Then it goes.
Yeah. It's better than basketball shoes.
Yeah, I'll move it on over basketball shoes, but like,
I'm not on your side either.
no, and that's fine. I wasn't expecting that. I don't think that's going to be a popular opinion, but I'm just like, I think if we really sit down and think about it, Kanye is, again, aside from the off the field stuff, I think he's one of the most innovative artists, one of my favorite artists in terms of catalog of my lifetime. I think he has a bunch of unbelievable songs, but at this current moment in time, this is not even like top 10, top 15 material for me. I just don't think it's like all that special besides being long and epic and structured like a song that would be considered like, oh, this is the best song of all time. I think he has some 3-minute songs that are far superior, more impressive, and more important than Runaway.
What about when he played it for Kim?
That was weird.
What about when he got a new wife who kind of looks like Kim?
He's been doing stuff like that.
Okay.
You know, I don't know. All that is the off the field stuff. I don't really care about that. I think this album has 3 songs that are better than Runaway on it.
Okay.
And one of them is All of the Lights, by the way, which is, I can't believe people don't talk. Whenever that song comes on, I am fucking hyped the hell up.
It's better than Black Country New Roads basketball shoes, and that's what we're here to talk about.
That is true. Now we got Tell Your Friends by The Weeknd versus Motion Picture Soundtrack by Radiohead.
Oh, tell your friends about it. About it. Go tell them what you know, what you seen, how
This is, you can just kind of copy and paste what I said about 90210. Like, this is just when The Weeknd felt like a dude who was like doing drugs and trying to like be a sleazy slut.
And also dealing with the pitfalls of fame in a very interesting way.
A real way.
Yeah, he's
Instead
literally
of-
like,
yeah.
his cousin tried to take a selfie with him at his grandma's funeral.
Yeah. Instead of being like, I'm a dragon, you're a snail, and I'm in the space and you're in jail. It's like, what does that
Into
mean?
the fire.
Yeah, and
know?
also doing like pretending to be Michael Jackson reincarnate. Looking back on this, I don't like it as much based on what he's become. Because I don't like the new Weeknd. I'll say it.
I listened to the new Weeknd album, and about halfway through, I was like, wow, this has become so boring.
Yeah.
Then the second half, I was like, oh shit, this is kind of awesome. Second half of that album has some unbelievable songs on it, in my opinion.
I listened to it. I don't know. Maybe it's the hype, and I'm just like caught up in my own wave. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, I'm just not bought in anymore.
I feel that I am still bought into this song specifically.
Fuck yeah, great
and
tune.
early The Weeknd stuff, like, I really do like. And I mean, Dawn FM is fantastic in my opinion as well. But this song, I mean, another spoiler, this won our weekend bracket, and like, I stand on that.
Yeah,
I
me
think
too.
it is a fantastic song.
And I want someone to stand on me.
Shouldn't stand on chairs.
No, I'll be a rug. I'll
Oh.
go from chair to rug pretty easily.
Yeah, just flatten out.
Yeah, flatten out. Wish this was Motion Pictures by Neil Young. But this song's great.
Yeah, this song's great. This is not my favorite type of Radiohead song. Oh, they can really rock, or they can really create a dystopian world where it's like electronic music meets like cold, frigid rock music or whatever. But that in between, it never stuck with me the same way it does for other people.
Yeah.
So I go Tell Your Friends by The Weeknd.
Tell them.
That's you agreeing with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't have done a slick dance move.
All right, now we got Fine Shrine by Purity Ring versus Anything by Adrian Lenker.
Be crazy if they chose the Fousey song for this. His rap song.
Fousey? Fousey Tube?
Yeah.
What's his rap song?
I don't know. He did a rap song. It'd just be crazy if they chose that.
My little ribs. Y'all were not outside when this came out.
That's kind of how I feel.
Y'all were not off the porch.
Take an E.
This is probably second most shocked after Paprika that this was on here.
Yeah.
Like, I was just kind of like, oh, okay. I mean, like, great song, but like, why'd this get submitted more than once?
Yeah.
That's the best song of all time. At the same time, though, I was like pleasantly reminded of Purity Ring and those first 2 records that are like actually great front to back, new sound, different thing. We're calling it chamber pop at the time.
This is what I was listening to when I was taking Molly.
Yeah.
That's not even like on a make believe side. It's like you'd pop it and someone would be like, put it on. People would be like,
Yeah. Like, throw on Lofticries. Let's
Yeah.
see what we can feel. Let's
see how
see
deep
what we
we
can
got.
feel together. Yeah, I want this room to feel like a sphere instead of a box. So yeah,
Great tune.
It's great. I mean, it's its own thing. Obviously, it got replicated a lot, but at the time, this was new.
Anything, and I wanna talk about anything. I wanna kiss you.
my slime.
It's not this song though.
Fuck no.
No, this song, man, this is like, I always imagine this is being sung to me by a blue jay. I don't know where that, like a cartoon
Yeah.
blue jay. I don't know where that comes from.
I picture like one of those baby bunnies that's so fuzzy you can't even really see its features. It almost just looks like a big ball of fur.
Yeah, it almost looks like a loofah.
Yeah, and it's like kiss, 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 and I'm like, oh, that is an animal.
Whatever is singing it has a tiny little cartoon mouth.
Oh yeah. I want to talk about anything. Yeah, it's a perfect song.
Oh yeah, I mean, come on.
Come on.
Adrian.
That's what I listen to on Molly now. Oh, how the times have changed.
Let's see what we can feel.
See if I can feel.
I need to wake up my nervous system. It's been asleep for 5 years.
Yeah, if you play Fine Shrine, I go soft now on Molly.
Last one in the first round, we've got Jigsaw Falling Into Place by Radiohead versus 22, Taylor's version by Taylor Swift.
I'm not gonna do it. I like when they do the classic rock motion to a song like this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is like Body Snatchers is like the one on this record that does that full tilt where it's
Yeah.
almost like you're a little like, am I allowed to even like this one? This is one step below that where it still has all those weird things that you get from like Weird
Yeah.
Fishes and the rest of the record.
Yeah, it just has Tom York's voice. Is just unique in the center of what at times you could mistake for like a Rolling Stones song or something. Yeah. Riding that ride, like it almost just like has a little, it feels like the Stones or something like.
Yeah, I
but
think
it's
that's why.
sick.
I think that's why it appeals to people.
Yeah.
a little bit more. Like older people, this started to be viewed as classic rock, but also bring in a lot of new listeners
Yeah.
because of those weird sounds and
Would
that
trick
odd
you into
vocal
it.
inflection. It's a fantastic song.
Great
this
song.
whole record's great.
And it's better than Taylor Swift. I don't know about you. I packed my 22.
oh yeah,
And I brought it in the club.
pew pew pew.
Yeah, fuck it. Whatever.
This was a joke, right? You guys did this as a. I think this was a bit.
I have nothing to say. This is incessant.
Right.
The way it sits in my ears, and I'm gonna be honest, I maybe made it through the whole thing once upon listening to this. I didn't give it a fair shake. I wasn't like, maybe there's something I'm missing. It's like I was like, oh no.
yeah, no, that's what I mean. I think this was submitted literally as a joke. This is not considered one of the better Taylor Swift songs by Taylor Swift fans at all. I think it's catchy, and I think it's funny to sing, and I like singing it. I don't have a huge problem with it because people aren't like sitting on a throne and giving it a crown and being like, this is actually the best songwriter, blah, 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 blah. They're doing that about Taylor Swift in general, but a Taylor Swift fan's not going to be like, did you listen to the lyrics of 22? Like,
Right.
actually, she's writing about, like, blah. They're not doing that. This is
Yeah.
like a joke song. Nobody really cares. It's just, I don't know about you. It's a birthday song. It's the whole thing. People do it on the 22nd birthday. I do it on my friend's birthday when they turn 27. And I'm like, I put it on the story and I go, happy 22nd birthday. And I don't know about you. I'm feeling 22.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. Who gives a shit?
No, I don't.
I don't have to give a shit about this song, and that's why I like it, because you guys are trying to make me give a shit about Taylor Swift, and I don't want to. So I like that this one I can just be like, okay, that's fine, but it's not Jigsaw falling into place. No. All right. If we could wrap this up and soon, I took the substance, so I gotta get back and fucking old guy or something. There's an old guy in my closet who's asleep that I gotta wake up in a few hours.
Okay.
Is that all right?
I don't care.
The shit is really good though. Gets you so fucking high. It's like a mix between like acid and Molly and ketamine. It's like all of them at one time.
When are you gonna be the old guy? I'd like to hang out with him instead.
You've been hanging out with him. Yeah. It's Richie from the bar.
I'm not really hanging out with him.
Hey, you guys play pool like every night of the week.
Yeah.
Because we switch off at 8 o'clock. That's why I haven't been going out.
Oh, okay.
It's because during the day, I get to be a 22-year-old. Which they get
Pretty rough for a 22-year-old.
What?
You look damn near 32, honestly.
I don't know, man.
So they got you by 10 years.
Are you sure?
Did you get the off-brand stuff? What color is it?
It's purple.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
It's that good perp?
Yeah, it's purple. It's activist.
Erp.
Listen, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. until 8 o'clock, and then Richie feels like I think he's like 70.
Yeah, he's close. He's pushing and he's up there.
He's been smoking a lot of cigarettes too. He smokes them even when I'm the one that's awake, which is weird. He's like the closet is like it's like a hot box. I don't know. I thought he was supposed to be like really asleep. He looks like shit, but I think it's the cigs. I can't really tell if it's.
You look nothing like Margaret Qualley, which sucks.
I'm 22 though,
Sure.
and he's 70.
You're bad at aerobics though.
At least I'm high as fuck all day. That's all I care about.
All right, man. Round of 32. Let's do it. No more clips. This is straight up our decisions based on what y'all love, and that's that.
First, we got Self Control by Frank Ocean versus Survival Tactics by Joey Badass.
I think it's self-control narrowly for me. I love Survival Tactics, and it's a very it's an important rap song in my life as a rap fan, but I think there have since been better rap songs.
Who said combo about your summer last night? Yep. About your summer yep. Yeah, it's Self Control for me.
Yeah.
Pretty easily. Ghost Town versus Famous Prophets.
Thank you for showing me the Car Seat Headrest album. I did get a lot of enjoyment out of it. I found some stuff I really liked. Yeah, Ghost Town.
I put my hand on the stove to see if I still breathe.
And nothing hurts anymore. I feel kind of free.
I mean, come on, come on now. And now a very tough one, obviously. Born Yesterday by Quadeca versus Untitled, How Does It Feel by D'Angelo, which again is not as much a song as much as it's a score for a music video that is very, very important, especially for straight men to test it, see if you got it 100%. Never too late to check it out and see maybe if there's something there. There definitely seems to be something there, but they don't show it.
I'm going to go with D'Angelo here.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, Ben boy.
Listen,
great job.
I love that song
Me
so
too.
much. It's fantastic. Everybody in the chat and comments who are, I don't know if they're even going to be that upset once they see the music video for Untitled, but at the same time, I understand that. It's a fantastic song. I'm not discrediting it by any means, but I don't know how you do it. Untitled by D'Angelo?
Come on.
I don't know. Now you got Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst by Kendrick Lamar versus Vienna by Billy Joel.
Oh, I'm going to do this, man. We have Wesley's Theory on the other side. I'm going to go Vienna.
I'm going Vienna.
Okay, good. It feels hard to say.
Vienna.
White.
Oh, you mean because we're two white devils?
Yeah, I haven't really felt the white devil role yet. You've kind of settled into it perfectly in this video. I think.
Just if you can't beat them, I don't know what it is. Hold it right there, pal. Stuff like that, Gee Willikers. Things like that. I know that's part of that's all stuff that I've said before.
Yeah.
You're on thin ice, buddy. Those are things that I've said, and I can't deny that as part of my heritage. And so, if you're going to say that, I'm not going to be like, hey,
yeah.
don't say, whatever.
I'm gonna do Vienna, and I'm doing it literally because Wesley's Theory is on the other side. If this was the only Kendrick song left, I think I would do Sing About Me.
I think that's a good way to do a bracket. I think Vienna is just a better song. These are all great songs at this point. I think the whole bracket was great songs for the most part. There are a few 22s on here, but at the same time, these are all great songs. I just think Vienna, I don't know, it waits for you. Ooh, 2009 Mac Miller versus Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls.
I had a dream where I was singing Iris last night, so.
We got karaoke this week.
Oh, yeah, I thought about it, but I don't even think I could go there.
Really? And I don't want the world to see me.
It's kind of out of my range.
And I don't think that they'd understand. It's a pretty easy song.
And everything's meant to be broken. It's a little up there for me.
I don't think it's not.
I just want you to know who I am.
I think you're looking for it on the wrong shelf, buddy.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think
it's up. It's like
no, it's
I
not.
can touch the box, but then sometimes I touch it and it goes even further.
Give up forever to touch you.
Yeah, when you say like that's fucking gross.
What do you mean?
There's a song I want to listen to. I'm the Iris.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Iris, which is I know that's crazy.
That sucks.
It's crazy, but it's like
it's crazy, but it's true.
Damn. That's crazy, but it's true. One Beer versus On Site. I will say right now, I go with On Site. It's visceral. I feel it in my bones a little bit more.
Yeah, I can't vote against Jesus, honestly.
Yeah.
I really can't. I want to be like, it's not my favorite off Jesus, and One Beer's so great, but I don't even know if One Beer is my favorite Doom song, and Jesus is just my favorite body of work ever by Kanye, and that is the opener, and we talked about it at length in its first matchup. It's very close, but I think I'd rather hear On Site.
Don't judge him, Joe Brown.
Don't.
One last announcement. No sports bra. Let's keep 'em bouncing. Which definitely they followed that rule at the Grammys. Bianca Sensori showed up with nothing to wear. And Sensori is a funny last name to have. When you had the censor. Yeah. Okay. We come to you tonight with one last announcement. No sports bra. Let's keep 'em bouncing. All right, Blackbird by the Beatles versus Vincent by Don McLean.
A kind of a worthy matchup here. These are like
a Xavier Worthy matchup.
Yeah, these are very tight, sad songs. Fuck.
Yeah, they're classics. Both of them are classics.
I think I like Vincent more. It's more of like a story. I love Blackbird. I don't know. Oh, shit.
As much as I love Vincent, I can't really deny that Blackbird is a more like interesting song. You know, like there's something very simple about Vincent, and that's what makes it beautiful, is its simplicity and its like storytelling and how heartfelt and like gentle it seems to be. But Blackbird is like, I don't know, that's one of the better written songs of all time.
I'm gonna keep it split here. I agree with you in a lot of ways, and I do. I'm straight 50-50 here, so I'm gonna leave this one to Grant.
Grant?
I'll take Blackbird.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night.
If you've never heard Vincent and it's new to you because of this bracket, I implore you to go give it 40 to 60 spins.
And if you never heard Blackbird by the Beatles, it's now a Beyonce song from Cowboy Carter. So you can go listen to that if you hate old music. All right, last one on this side. Ain't No Mountain High Enough by Marvin Gaye versus The Place Where He Inserted the Blade by Black Country New Road.
Give me Gaye.
Yeah, I'll go with Gaye here as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna vote for Gaye.
And it's not even close.
No.
And I'm gonna vote for Gaye in the next presidential election, too.
Pete Buttigieg?
Yeah, that's my boy.
Okay, yeah. All right, Pete. All right, Mayor Pete.
Yeah.
Okay, Mayor Pete. I like what you're putting down.
Soon to be Governor Pete.
Oh, do they get paid more than $6,000?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now we got Are We Still Friends by Tyler, the Creator versus House Keys by Field Medic.
Now, here I will do the flip, and I will do the flop, and I will vote House Keys.
I will also do that, as much as I love Are We Still Friends by Tyler, the Creator, and sang its praises in the first round.
Yes.
Traded my creative win for a level head and a phantom limb, you know. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Great tune.
If you're not looking at the screen, by the way, House Keys is spelled -H -O -U -S -E -K -E -Y -Z -.
Searchability.
Yeah, just gotta make sure you can really search it up.
Yeah.
This Must Be the Place versus Superman That.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting, but at the same time, I have to go with This Must Be the Place.
Yeah. It's an interesting matchup, though.
Totally.
They're both very strange in their own right. Mm-hmm. And you can go on and on. These are two great songs and I never imagined I would have to choose between these two.
No,
Never in a million years.
I don't think anybody has.
Yeah, so it's just taken me a while to settle in, but it is Talking Heads, yeah.
Yeah.
It's undeniable.
Oh, come on. Yeah. There's like 4 melodies in that song that are like...
It's ridiculous.
Wow, come on.
Yeah.
Now we got 20 Minutes by Lil Uzi Vert versus Sadness as a Gift by Adrian Lanker.
I'll say this. I'll forgive you guys because I think Sadness as a Gift won here no matter what. Isaac Hayes or no.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
I'll let you finish.
I go Sadness as a Gift.
20 more minutes until I'm on. 20 more minutes until I'm on.
Yeah. I'm not having fun with this part.
You're not?
Nah.
I feel like I've done this before.
Maybe.
I feel like I've done the protest shoot.
Yeah, but I'm not even buying it at this point. I feel like I feel like you're at a protest and you don't even believe in what's being protested.
Totally.
You're like, you almost say the wrong thing during the chant, kind of deal, and then you're like, oh,
yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah, I'm standing in a crowd of people being like, raise the Michelin wage. Raise the Michelin wage.
Yeah.
I think it's like for the tire company.
Or like people in restaurants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's fun to like spice it up with like a really bad take. 20 minutes winning first round. This round, if it won, bad take. It's fun to do that sometimes.
Yeah, toss it to Grant, see what happens.
I guess I can, yeah. I have a lot of free will to like really ham it up. You want me to ham it up?
No.
Okay. 20 Minutes by Lil Uzi Vert. I believe is a better song than Sadness as a Gift by Adrian Lanker, a song that I hold so dear and have called timeless and think will be around in 100 years for people to sing. I pick 20 Minutes by Lil Uzi Vert over that song, and Grant, what do you decide?
I'm taking Adrian.
I was gonna say, much like The Rock, or no, sorry.
The Rocky.
Sorry, much like Rocky, Grant loves Adrian. Shout out to J Pro.
And Sylvester Stallone.
Sylvester still owns. People don't say owns anymore like that.
Get owned.
Dude, that owns.
Yeah.
This shit owns.
We win at trivia tonight. That's what we should say.
This round of trivia owned.
Get owned.
Get owned, pussy.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Pwned.
Wesley's Theory by Kendrick Lamar versus Banshee Beat by Animal Collective.
Get it out of here. Great job, Animal Collective. Way to win a round.
Should have been like Reverend Green or like Fireworks.
Fireworks rocks.
Yeah, Summertime Clothes, great song.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great Animal Collective songs. But
Group Love should have been in here.
Group Love?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, take me to your best friend's house.
Fuck it up.
Oh, yeah. And it's probably A minor.
Hey. Turn his TV off.
Turn his TV off. Turn his TV off. That didn't feel good. Didn't feel good to do that. Oh, Step by Vampire Weekend versus Nights by Frank Ocean.
It's not that close to me. It's Nights.
Yeah, it's Nights.
Like, I want to be like, well, I do love that Vampire Weekend album, and I will always return to it, and I will always love Step, but Nights is just...
Yeah, Nights is a different level.
Yeah, Nights you can... Like, Nights, the way it hits in your car alone, I feel like really speaks to the power of a song, and like I said, I'm starting to play Step Out. It's kind of turning into a bar classic for me, or more something like you throw on.
You're stepping out.
Yeah, I'm stepping out. And it's like fun with a group of people that are kind of my age. We're like, oh yeah, this song does fucking bang. It's like Paul Simon or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Nights is like, it's almost too sacred. I'm not like popping that on while I'm out fooling around.
Right.
I'm like taking it a little more serious.
I always knew this would happen. 90210 by Travis Scott versus Lua by Bright Eyes.
What are we doing?
Well, it wasn't up to us.
Yeah.
This time we asked you a question.
What are y'all doing? You're making us do this.
I mean, it's Lua for me. It's
Yeah.
not close, you know.
Yeah, I agree. I could say
You had
it's
more
a
to
little,
say, yeah.
I could say it's a little closer than maybe whatever, but like it was a better song. I do like that point in time in Travis Scott's career. I do think it's one of his best songs ever, if not his best. It's an awesome tune, but like
I know that it is freezing, but I think we have to walk.
yeah, it's just not. It's not on the same level.
I keep waving at the taxis. They keep turning their lights off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn his TV off too.
Yeah. Turn his TV off. Still can't believe there was no John Mayer on here. Just want to say, Queen of California, Heartbreak Warfare. I want to run through the halls of my high school.
Vultures.
I want to. Oh, there's no Kanye and Ty Dolla $ign on here.
I
either.
know. No Vultures too. What the hell?
Now we got Runaway versus Tell Your Friends.
Tell your friends.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a very unpopular take, but it is Tell Your Friends for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if you just sat down and listened to them, it's like, which one do you actually like more? Unless people I understand can have like a lot of emotions tied up in Runaway because of its lifespan and the artist that he is, whatever. But musically speaking, Tell Your Friends is just a better song. It's not as iconic. You know, you have that keys in Runaway and you have some lines that are legendary Kanye lines, and it is that hook that you can really sing along to. But Tell Your Friends rock.
Yeah, you have the Pusha T verse too. Like, I get it for sure. But Tell Your Friends, I that was a very controversial pick by us for some reason when that won the weekend bracket. But like, I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
There's something about that song.
It's a great song. I'm with you, brother, and I won't let them do nothing to you. Don't worry.
All right, now we got Anything by Adrian Lanker versus Jigsaw Falling Into Place by Radiohead. Oh no.
I go Anything. I'm just on the cusp of really getting my Radiohead pants on. I'm only one leg in. I've been wearing this Lanker tour shirt since I heard it. You know what I mean?
It's a half evil shirt.
It's a metaphorical tour shirt.
Oh, okay.
Like my spirit being is wearing that with one pant leg of a Radiohead pants on.
I did not know that your spirit being could be wearing a different outfit than you. That
Hey,
changes things for me big
You've
time.
been copying outfits? Oh, it's
Well,
so
either
corny.
he's been copying or I
That's
don't
so
know. Yeah.
corny.
No, we wear the same thing every day.
Oh, dude, that's so corn.
Shit. I didn't know it was an option, honestly.
Fuck.
That's going to unlock some new synaptic pathways for me, though, I think.
Yeah, I'd do it right now. I'd change him up.
You just, like, do it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you got to wear something. No,
If he wants to wear that, it's fine.
No, that's not funny. It's not.
It's a birdhouse on a dick. It's awesome. It's almost a Chili Peppers-esque.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I don't get it.
It's your spirit, dude.
No, I know, but for some, I have no control over him. He's doing his own thing.
Yeah.
Now he's praying.
Whatever.
So he's getting back into I don't.
It's your spirit, dog. You can't control him.
Oh my God. He said he's gotten really into the Arctic monkeys lately. Why now? It's such a
Better late
weird.
than ever.
No, they're not even that good. Like, there's so many better. Really?
Trying to get to you and them monkeys.
Now he said he's really into the show Landman.
Nice. That show rocks.
I've heard good things. I haven't seen it, but he's super into it. He loves Billy Bob Thornton. So, dude, does that mean I have to watch it, or I don't?
No.
Okay, he gets to do his own thing.
Yes.
This is so new.
That's
I
the
don't
whole
really.
point, yeah.
Okay. Great. He just got a new apartment.
You don't have to worry about it.
I know, but he was living in my house with me, and now he's just
Yeah,
getting
but that's
a new-
corny.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to be far away from your spirit?
If that's what they want.
I just had no idea. It doesn't matter what I pick. I'm going to go with Jigsaw Falling Into Place. I think it slightly edges out anything for me, but I honestly would be fine with either of these moving on. I think they're both fantastic songs. Grant.
I mean, I'm going Lanker
Yeah. I figured that would
pretty
happen.
easily.
All right, next round. Here we go. Self-Control versus Ghost Town.
I go Ghost Town.
I think
Just melodically.
Yeah, I think I do too.
Self-Control rocks, and it is like vocally better performance.
Well, I mean, Kid Cudi and Shake both sing.
They do a great job, but it's like Frank Ocean singing on Self-Control is undeniably good, but just as a kind of back to the on-site argument, something that's like electric and like fucking fires me up. Hearing Ghost Town, like I want to stand up and yell it.
Yeah.
Hearing Self-Control, I can like lay down and like get lost in it and kind of close my eyes, more meditative. Where
Yeah.
Ghost Town is like, I can do it.
Yeah, that's true. It is inspiring.
Yeah.
It made me feel like a child
Yeah.
the first time I heard it. Like I was like, wow, I'm like a kid again.
Yeah, that's awesome. I go there.
Yeah. Oh, Untitled versus Vienna.
Finally, I can fucking vote against Billy Joel. I'm going D'Angelo, and it's not even close now.
I wish it was closer, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's Untitled by D'Angelo.
Oh, girl, thank you.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Vienna's not my favorite Billy Joel song, as evidenced by my pick for my 32 favorite songs of all time. And there are other Billy Joel songs that I might even like hold a little more dear or have more attachment to. I think it's undeniably a great song, Vienna, and I understand why it's like gets played at a bunch of wedding receptions and a first dance song or something.
There's a simplicity to it, a familiarity, just a classic, but Untitled is...
Some people are scared to see the bass of D'Angelo's cock.
Not me.
And they just want to kind of imagine Vienna and like an accordion. And like, they want like string lights on the streets and they're walking down with a sweet, and they're in like a nice, they got their shirt tucked in and shit. And that's great.
Fun.
You can love that. But sometimes you got to see the base of D'Angelo's cock to know for sure if you're straight or not.
Yep.
Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls versus On Sight by Kanye West.
All right, finally, I can do it. It's Iris.
Oh, yeah, clearly.
Yeah. On Sight again. My favorite body of work by Kanye West, but
sorry.
It's not my favorite song in the album. It's not even in the top 4.
Yeah, probably not for me either. I mean, I do think it's like one of the best switch ups in a song.
Yeah.
Maybe ever, where it's just a pivot that you don't expect. First time listening to it, I'll never forget being like, wait, what? What's happening? What's this roll of the drums?
Yeah.
But Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls, I mean, that is like
That's America.
I don't even know really why. Yeah.
No qualms, no shame. I just love it.
I kind of feel the same way about Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls that I do about Chasing Cars by Snow Patrol.
Sure, as you should.
Like, I don't have any business loving that song that much, but I'm like, wow.
Vindicated by Dashboard Confessional, right in the same vein.
But yeah, that came on somewhere where I wasn't with you.
Oh man.
Where was I?
Did you think of me?
I was in Excalibur.
Yikes.
And it came on, and it was like the one night you weren't out, and I was like singing it in everybody's faces back there, and nobody looked me in the eye like they had ever heard it.
I am selfish. I am strong. I am right. I swear I'm right. Oh, I could do that at fucking karaoke. And I am. Wow!
Vindicated.
Yeah, great tune. So is Iris, so that's sorry, Kanye.
I said to everyone, I turned to them and I was like, oh, I guess no one in here's ever seen Spider-Man. I guess no one, sorry, that obscure movie Spider-Man.
Yeah, from
nobody's ever
2003.
fucking seen it. And they were all like, whatever about it.
They're like, I've seen Spideyverse.
They didn't say that.
Oh.
They didn't even respond to me.
Maybe you're dead.
Fuck. Damn it.
That means I'm dead too, though, which is dope because now we can haunt people. And we can go into the girls' locker room.
No thanks.
Oh, okay. My bad. Yeah.
I'm not going to use my death to creep on people.
All right, cool.
I'll
we
haunt
can,
people.
We
for
can live
sure.
in an old house
Oh,
and
of
scare the
course.
neighborhood kids when they come in.
Absolutely.
Hell
Yeah, that would be cool. I want to do the doorknob and the light switch stuff.
yeah.
If you
I'm
be
good
in,
on that.
You be in charge of the cooing, like that stuff. You got kind of a little. You get more. Oh, I love that.
I'll do that.
Yeah,
And they'll be like, who was that? And I'll be like,
wake up.
makeup. You wanted to.
Yeah, and then I'll do the thing where I flip the light switch off and I slam a door.
Throw a plate.
Yeah, something
Oh, yeah.
like that. Or I'll hang out with the dog, so the dog's interacting with me. I'm kind of like petting.
Who are you looking at, Henry? And it's like,
And he's like,
oh, and it's licking your ghost balls. Yeah. So slurping almost. Shout out Goo Goo Doll.
and as a Notre Dame fan, sometimes you just gotta say, "Go Iris."
We are indeed.
Blackbird by the Beatles versus Ain't No Mountain High Enough by Marvin Gaye.
For me, it's Ain't No Mountain. I'm not going to be torn to bits if Blackbird wins here. It mostly comes down to like that Motown arrangement and just the way that song's built is like so impressive.
It's the rim shots for me. Boom,
Yeah.
boom,
It's beautiful.
boom.
It's like
boom. Yeah.
sounds like a damn movie.
Yeah, it's like a song that I would believe legitimately was like a nursery rhyme or something.
Yeah.
Or, there's like folk standards.
Yeah.
Where like somebody will record a version of it that becomes the popular one, but like then you realize it was written in like 1870. It almost like it is a song that exists inside you.
Yep.
And is like released when you first heard it.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I always knew that.
And I feel like you can almost roll your eyes at it now because I feel like the more often than not you hear this song in full just being screamed at karaoke by a drunk. But when you sit back and actually listen to the actual song, it's like, holy fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. So sorry, Paul.
I'm sorry, Paul. You'll get them next time, right?
Seen that guy that his corgi will only respect him if he talks to it like the Beatles?
No.
He'll go, Kenny, Keeners. And the dog's like, and he goes, oh, hello, little dog. And it straight bounces over to him. And he does like a whole compilation. And the dog will be like scared of him. And to later prove it, he does some distasteful accents. To prove it, he does like a full-blown Indian accent, full-blown Chinese accent. But every time he goes,
Jamaican.
oh, hello, little dog. Like, he goes and does a soft little British voice. And then the dog bounces over. It's awesome. I'll send it to you.
Transatlantic. South African. Canadian. You said you name it.
Is transatlantic better than, like, different than transwesterners or something?
I have no idea.
I don't really think trans people have an accent. To me, not that I've seen. Seem like they talk.
I mean, they have it. Sometimes they do, depending on where they're from.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not.
But it's not
like,
because they're trans.
no. Yeah. For some reason surfers do though.
Trans surfers? Whoa.
It's just surfers in general.
Yeah. I got my surgery. Congrats. You know.
Oh yeah, totally.
Keep catching those sick ass waves. Ride that wave of life.
Yeah, got to. House Keys by Field Medic versus This Must Be the Place by Talking Heads.
All right. Sorry. Great run for Field Medic. I'm going to go with the Talking Heads.
This is so close for me because
Yeah.
okay, I'm thinking about it like this. More important song, of course, it's This Must Be the Place. It's a song that my appreciation has only grown for over time as well. But if I'm putting together my 32 favorite songs of all time, and House Keys is floating around there, almost making it, I never had This Must Be the Place even in that conversation.
Fair.
And as far as Talking Heads songs go, And She Was, it was, I think, on that same playlist. Like, it was floating around there, and that's my favorite Talking Heads song.
Well, that's fair.
And so I think I'm gonna go House Keys just to be honest with myself, while
Yeah.
full knowing it could go either way to me, and also like I understand the importance is nowhere near. But just like if you're filling up my cup of like
Love.
of love, yeah. If you fill up my cup of love, I think House Keys is like right here, and Naive Melody's like right here.
Yeah. Grant.
Pour me up a glass of that Field Medic.
Okay.
All right.
House Keys moves on. That's fine. It's a great tune. I'm not trying to diss on my breath.
Sadness as a Gift versus Wesley's Theory.
I'm just going to get it out of the way. It's Wesley's Theory for me, and it's really hard, and I don't want to stew around on it. It's not. It is Sadness as a Gift, actually. Because, yeah, it is. It is Sadness as a Gift. They're both amazing songs. I listen to Sadness as a Gift a little more in my current state. Maybe that'll change. Fuck.
Yeah, this could be like the final two, and
Maybe-
that would make sense.
Yeah. Maybe my vote's in.
Is it? I don't.
Sadness is a gift.
I go Wesley's Theory here, or do I? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's like pretty impossible, actually.
Yeah.
They're two very different songs. Songs that I think, like, if I were to make a list of the most important songs of the last 25 years, we're at that quarter century for people who start putting those lists together, the best, most important songs of the past 25 years. And I think that both of these songs would be on my top 50 list of most important songs of the last 25 years. They're so different and so important to me in different ways. But I go Wesley's Theory. I think it's a more multifaceted song and just a little bit more potent. Sadness as a Gift is a very simple, beautiful thing, and that is almost its strength to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think I get a little bit more out of Wesley's Theory.
You've almost convinced me to switch, but I'm going to standing on it. Grant.
Give me Sadness as a Gift.
Okay, let's get out of here.
I figured that would happen.
Let's leave before the cops come. Come on, let's go.
Now we got Nights by Frank Ocean versus Lua by Bright Eyes. I kind of feel like this is one of those things where, like, if there was a Bob Dylan song in this bracket, no matter what the Bob Dylan song was, to an extent, it would be really hard for you to pick against it. Maybe I'm putting words in your mouth, but I'm saying, like, Lua is not my favorite Bright Eyes song, but saying that it's not better than Nights by Frank Ocean is still difficult for me.
Yeah.
Because I think of the consensus great or consensus popular Bright Eyes songs, Lua is one of the better ones. And I think it's like a perfect song. Like, I just love it and have spent so much time with it. But I'm not, like, opposed to the idea that Nights is maybe a better song because it's, like, pretty clearly my favorite Frank Ocean song now.
I'll show my ass. I go with Lua. I've lived with it longer. It is like my soul is like just folk sad music like this, and it's just one of the best modern examples of it. Obviously, the best character in that space, and Connor. And I agree, Lua's not my favorite of Bright Eyes or Connor's songs, but yeah, I take it over Nights.
Yeah, that one's really close, and I totally don't blame anybody for thinking that's a bad pick. But
Whatever.
I'm gonna have to go with Lua.
Yeah, we're really going to start showing our ass here as this goes on.
Yeah. Tell Your Friends by The Weeknd versus Anything by Adrian Lenker.
Two songs so similar. Two songs I love doing blow to.
Right.
This show, Tell Your Friends. Tell Your Friends is like, it's awesome.
I don't want to talk about anything. I don't want to talk about anything. That's tough for me to get out of my head.
It's a great tune. I love it so much.
This is one of the hardest parts about this bracket. There was a Big Thief song. There's two Adrian Lenker songs. You and I have to pick the same thing for these to not move on. It has to be unanimous amongst us because we have a huge Adrian Lenker fan just sitting behind the camera.
Giggling.
So, like, to me, this is a very close matchup, and I kind of feel like at the current moment, I maybe prefer Anything by Adrian Lenker, but I can't do that.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, fuck them.
It's too much power.
Fuck them.
Sadness is a Gift already moved on.
Fuck yeah.
And I don't like to game the bracket that way. I try to just pick what I genuinely like more, but there's a power imbalance here. It's like, I'm going to go with Tell Your Friends by The Weeknd. All right, we're at our Elite Eight.
Hell yeah.
Ghost Town versus Untitled.
What a run from Ghost Town.
Yeah.
Not that I'd forgotten about it. I do wake up with it in my head all the time, but it was refreshing to like have a reason to listen to it for this. I don't need a fucking reason to listen to Voodoo. Any song on there, and Untitled is like fucking bass. Yeah, fucking shove that. Give it to me. Yeah, show me it. I want it, and it's gonna go on here easily. Not even close.
Yeah, not even close for me either. Like you said, that is the joy of doing stuff like this is we get a reason to listen to songs we wouldn't just like maybe choose to put on or maybe it slipped our mind or whatever. Sometimes you get caught and listen to the same stuff all the time. And this gives us a reason to listen to truly great songs that we really love that we don't think to put on.
Yeah.
And that's great. Ghost Town is one of those for me as well where I kind of forget about it and then it comes back to me. Untitled, I hear that song at least once a month.
Yeah.
I mean, I have for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
I don't think I've missed a month listening to that song
Like
at
a
least
prescription.
once. Yeah, and as a more casual D'Angelo fan than you, that is one that
transcends.
Yeah, and some people that I hang out with, they don't even know who D'Angelo is, and I'll be like, well, I have a music video to show you, obviously.
Yeah.
And then
come back to my house.
Yeah, we do the Viagra Untitled challenge.
Yeah.
We all wear sweatpants, take Viagra, and we watch the Untitled video. Whoever pops a boner wins.
I don't even need the Viagra, homie.
Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls versus Ain't No Mountain Mountain High Enough by Marvin Gaye.
All right, we can quit fucking around. Ain't no mountain high enough. This is funny how they're the two karaoke songs too. I think these songs made it to our Elite Eight.
They made it to our Final Four, I
Yeah,
think.
at least.
In that, yeah, for sure. They're both on the karaoke bracket. And I agree, we can quit fucking around. It's Iris. It's just some more important song.
Yeah, I'll go Gay here.
I'll take Iris.
That's fine. I mean, I love both these songs. It's the wrong choice.
I wasn't even sure if I was joking yet. Like, I said it. And then it was like the thinking about being like, well, okay.
It's wrong.
It was fun to say. But then Grant already chimed
Yeah,
in,
so-
and that's the rules.
That's them the rules. That's
Yeah.
how we do it here. It's dead wrong.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
It's almost as bad as letting Isaac Hayes lose in the first round to Lil Uzi Vert, but
Right. Almost.
almost.
Yeah, I guess, hey. Well,
Hey,
yeah,
whatever.
Whatever.
It's not Drops of Jupiter. In the whole thing. So.
All right, House Keys by Field Medic versus Sadness as a Gift by Adrian Lanker.
All right, this is a fair matchup.
Totally.
These are two, maybe not same weight class, but these are two consenting adults having a fight. You know,
Right.
these are like,
Yeah.
this hasn't been a fair fight.
I'm not
Sometimes-
breaking this up if it's happening at the bar.
Yeah. Like, let's see who's right.
Yeah, let them duke it out.
Yeah.
I'm kind of interested to see who wins.
Yeah, it's like I go Lanker here. It's the better song of that same class. They're in the same zone.
Yeah, they're playing in the same league. One of them made a run and it got to the NFC Championship.
Yeah.
The other one eliminated in the last round, but nobody really expected them to make it to the playoffs this
Right,
year.
the
So,
Commanders.
Yeah,
Yeah, whatever.
it's great.
Go ahead.
Lua by Bright Eyes versus Tell Your Friends by The Weeknd.
Lua.
What was that
don't know.
exactly?
I go Lua here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. I blanked out there for a second. Totally, yeah. Obviously, I go with Lua here. I don't even know necessarily that Tell Your Friends should have been here. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, plenty of things shouldn't have gone on as far
Yeah,
as they did.
totally. I think 20 minutes probably should have been made it to here at this
Yeah.
point. But yeah, no, it's Lua by Bright Eyes for sure.
Know that I look steezy, baby. Where'd I get these rags? Sorry.
Hey, you looking steezy, baby. Damn, how much those cost. Oh, you all right, dude?
It's Untitled Unmastered. If Google Dolls goes to the finals, I'm
What
gonna
the
throw
fuck
up.
are you talking about? It haven't even moved.
I'm
in
gonna
the middle
throw
yet.
the fuck up.
I didn't say the
Don't fucking hit me.
I didn't say the next matchup. We were in the middle of doing something else.
Oh, we weren't. I was
the-
feeling sick, and then you hit me.
The bracket wasn't even on the screen yet.
Then you hit me.
I didn't hit you.
You fucking kicked me.
No, okay, that's just categorically untrue.
Fucking karate chopped me.
I don't think I karate chopped you.
Don't even do it.
I thought we were doing first a rap parody of Lua by Bright Eyes,
Okay.
and then you got sick maybe from like lean or something, and then I was like worried about you as a
Yeah,
friend.
but then you fucking hit me.
But then you started talking about some other shit. That
So you hit me.
I didn't even hit you.
You fucking kicked me.
Here is our final four. Voice your opinions in the chat. Voice them in the comments. All right, first matchup. Untitled versus Iris.
Love you, Iris.
This is a close one.
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
This is a tight one.
It's fun to drum up excitement, but I think we've had enough fun. Let's think about that cock. Think about those abs. Let's think about the crack. Let's think about the band that was, that plays on this song.
Pino Palladino.
Yeah, you got fucking 100 other people in here.
What about the castle and the...
The lighthouse, I
Yeah,
know,
the
and
lighthouse,
the
yeah,
fun,
sorry.
like early 2000s hair and the beach and the V-neck.
Again, I don't remember the music video.
I think it was a
song.
V-neck probably.
Yeah, they were definitely wearing V-necks for sure.
But yeah, Untitled. Honestly, these songs probably came out within 2 years of each other, which is amazing to think about.
That's true.
Like, it's sort
The
of like,
fertile soil of the early 2000s
Wow.
really gave us a lot.
there were people living very different lives.
Totally, yeah.
Holy
It
smokes.
totally made sense, by the way. When both these songs came out,
Yeah,
people were
but
like, oh yeah, that song, that makes sense.
And then that one.
And that one too. Yep, totally makes sense.
And both guys could have been smoking crack too, and that would have made sense.
Yeah, I would assume that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think D'Angelo for sure was.
Yeah, admittedly.
Right, and
But
then
Mr. Goo could have been as well.
I don't even know who they are.
Well, one's Goo.
I don't think that's their names. I don't know. Yeah, I would. I don't know if they were smoking crack.
Whatever.
Either way, they didn't win.
No.
It was exactly 2 years.
Exactly, huh?
Yeah. Iris 98 and then Untitled 2000.
No, there you go.
Wow. Y2K.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't.
They could have called it NBA 2012 or something. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah, it's weird. It's an
Yeah.
odd thing, but
Whatever.
at the same time,
It caught on and it makes sense.
yeah, it could have been called Basketball Video Game.
Yeah, that's
Basketball Video Game 1, and then they just keep going up.
yeah.
Yeah.
BVG.
2. You playing BVG tonight? That would really change a lot of things.
Not really, no.
Not really. This would be what they called it. Okay. Ow! Oh, you struck me. You struck me. Sadness as a Gift versus Lua. Another fair fight.
Yes, and I will go. I will disagree with you.
How do you know that? I didn't say anything yet.
Well, I mean, you told me earlier if there was a Bob Dylan song in here, as you stuffed my mouth full of your words. But then I thought about it and I was like, yeah, if Mr. Tambourine Man was on here in the midst of all of his songs, I'm not going to die for MTM.
Yeah, but that's like First Day of My Life. If that was on here, I wouldn't lay on that sword. I think this is like Lua's
maybe more times they are changing.
Lua's like Tangled Up in Blue or something.
Oh, God, that's one of my least favorites.
That's one of your that's what I... Oh, okay. Never mind. I don't know.
Quit stuffing me.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave that to D'Angelo in the finals. Yeah, I'm going to go with Lanker. I don't have to explain myself. Thanks for picking these two songs. The reason any of these matchups are hard is because you guys chose songs that we love too. You know, we're right there with you.
Yeah. I feel like I'm kind of battling between recency bias and legacy bias. Right now, Sadness as a Gift is like a song that is so special to me because I've spent the last year with it.
Yeah.
You know, like I even regret in our second channel video, he did best songs of the year. I put She's Leaving You by MJ Lenderman as my number one and Sadness as a Gift as my number two. Should have been the other way around.
Yeah.
I think. I just like, I don't know why. Just in the moment when I was listening to them, that's where they landed. But then I'm like, how many times have I loved Lua? How much time have I spent with it? How many new things have I realized about it despite being so simple over the years? The mood that it has, and to be such a big Bright Eyes song. As a huge fan of Conor Oberst's entire catalog, I can share the love of this song with so many more people than I can the deeper cuts. And that is like a beautiful thing. Like First Day of My Life, whatever. That's like it's a hit, but like it's not one that I'm like going to bat for the same way or share a love that way where I'm like, Lua really shows what he can do as a songwriter. Not that First Day of My Life is a bad song, but you know what I mean. And I'm going to go with Lua, but it is like, it could change tomorrow, it could change in 5 years, it could change in 10 years. I really don't know, but I'm going to have to go with Lua and leave it up to Grant.
I will be taking Adrian Lenker.
Yeah.
Grant chose Adrian Lanker in a shocking ninth inning comeback.
What a twist there. I had no idea that would happen.
All these songs in the top four, though, are quite literally in my next 20-minute car ride. I could play them all back to back to back to back. And I'd be like, yeah, that wouldn't even be out of the ordinary for me.
Yeah, start with Iris and then go into Untitled, yeah.
Yeah, probably in that order, yeah.
Here are the two songs. There's a poll up in the chat. You guys will vote. That will not impact what we choose here because this is not live. But Untitled, How Does It Feel by D'Angelo or Sadness as a Gift by Adrian Lanker. Those are the top two. Only one song's going to win. Voice your opinion in the poll. This is,
How does it feel? How does it feel? He gets crazy at the end. Oh, I mean, it's not even close for me. I could do the drum roll and the yeah. I love Adrian Lanker's song. It is timeless. It is beautiful, but like, yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I agree 100%. I'm going to go with Untitled by D'Angelo. I kind of had a feeling, I will say that.
Yeah,
I was listening and I was like, well, there's not really a song on here that, like, if you really think about it, is better than Untitled by D'Angelo, even if there are a bunch of great songs.
Yeah, and I knew it kind of transcended that for you as well. I know you love that song, and I was like, any D'Angelo song would be almost equivalent to a Bob Dylan song being on here for me. But Chicken Grease on here, and I think that song fucking rocks.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It is so emotional. It's sexual. It's fucking groovy. He gets so crazy on the vocals.
Vocals have never sounded like that.
No, and they never will.
Yeah, before or since.
Yeah, good luck.
It's
That
really
song came out in 2000.
Yeah.
And it's still sounding like this.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Yeah. I mean, that is also credit to, like you said, the band as well, because it is
One of the
such
best,
a, like, talented group of musicians who have made so many timeless songs. Some by John Mayer, by the way, that should have been on here.
I'm pretty sure Questlove's playing the drums on this.
I mean, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, at least he was in the Voodoo Touring Band. It's nuts.
Yeah.
There's some freaks in here.
So it's going to be Untitled for us. I don't know what it's going to be for you guys, but thank you so much for submitting these songs, for being a part of the Patreon and supporting us, but also sharing your favorite music with us. We love doing that. We're going to do more favorite songs and albums of ours brackets, more favorite songs and albums of yours brackets, so join the Patreon. It really does help out the channel, and we love sharing music with you guys. Also, the Spotify playlist for these songs will be linked in the description if you want to listen through those. those, throw it on shuffle. Or if you just like missed a song, you know, don't remember the title of it, you can find it in that playlist. Yeah, Untitled by D'Angelo wins your favorite, fans' favorite songs bracket as chosen by us.
Yes. God, it's cool to have a bracket won by the man, D'Angelo.
Another thing I will say, a lot of people have been waiting for this, but I think we've done 64 brackets now. Bracket winners bracket could be on the way.
Hell yeah.
I just want to tease that. I don't know when, but that could be on the horizon. Let us know downstairs what bracket we should do next. We love doing these.
Messenger Pigeon versus Untitled. How does it feel, D'Angelo?
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of stupid ones on there. There's gonna be Dachshund versus Tell Your Friends by the Weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dachshund wins.
Grady Sizemore is gonna be up against somebody. So, yeah.
Wow, what a fun bracket. But before we wrap up this video, we gotta thank our sponsor once again, Squarespace!
Go to Squarespace. Go to Squid and Ham. No, go to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, squarespace.com/Hivemind to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you, Squarespace. Thank you, Squid and Ham. All right, we appreciate you guys so much. Thanks again for sharing music with us. Thanks for watching the video, liking the video, commenting downstairs. Graydon, how about you leave these wonderful people with some advice to leave or live their lives by?
Inability to change your mind will be your greatest weakness.
All right, this has been Hivemind TV. We love you, appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye-bye. Whenever we pop out, the people always shout, "That's Riley Graydon, look at this." Ooh! That's like a John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt parody where you and me pop out with swag on.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. His swag is my swag too.
We dress a little different.
But whenever we pop out, the people always shout.
There's Graydon and Riley. They have a YouTube show. It's called Hivemind, and we watch it, and it sounds pretty good, and it looks pretty fun.
Shut up!
I like watching it. They are two guys, and they talk about music.
Shut up! This is my song.
Oh, sorry.
You're such a fucking clout chaser.